Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. We are back with the Mandem talk. We're here. Apologies on the lateness, but we are here regardless. A couple of Mandem on their way. You know them ones there. Black timing. You know the score, people. But with Rants fresh from his holiday. You know what I'm saying? Back re-energized. What are you saying, bro? Good?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. Can't complain, bro. Do you know what I mean? Stress-free week, United-free week. It's been good.
Yeah, man, it's been good. It's been good. Leon's in the car as well. Big up to Leon as always, each and every time. And we got Marcel. I don't know. Marcel is a sneak bow. You know the ones there. I don't know. Right now, Marcel is moving mad.
Oh God.
14th and shades is wild, you know. Wild. Like
nah. It's not. It feels like, you know, there's a direction that we're trying to go in. Obviously the structures decided to keep him. So I'm just blocking out all the noise right now and the opinions. But let's see what happens.
It's crazy, man. Like if someone came on the stream right now, find out where my United were in the league, yeah. Then they seen a brother with shades on, and then they seen you, like, you know how embarrassing that would be. Like, I'm here, I'm a United fan, I ain't got no shades. Rance ain't got no shades. I mean, Traps is in the building right now, he ain't got no shades on. Leon's got no shades on. But there you are, after being Ten Hag out, after saying that, yo, he needs to go, but still got shades on. It don't make sense.
Listen, don't discriminate against people with shades, you know. I'm just blocking out the noise, man. I just don't want to hear nothing when I say what I have to say. I just want to hear nothing when I say what I have to say. That's all. I'm just looking at this. Don't discriminate against people with shades, is it? The structure's structured, and they've decided to keep him. So, you know, on that premise, I'm looking like I have to support him as long as he's here at the club.
What? You have to support him. Why?
I have to, man. I want him to do well, you know, originally, and I've always been a supporter of him. And if they're going to keep him, they should have made that decision in the last 2 weeks. And now I'm looking at the structure and I'm thinking, okay, what have you seen that we haven't seen? And I hope that he does well this weekend. I want him to do well.
Wait. Are you back in now?
The fact that I still have a bit of hope in me is, for me, is like, you know, I have to be Ten Hag in for the foreseeable until he's gone. So I'm back.
Hey, switched last week.
I say, it makes perfect sense, bro. It makes perfect sense. This guy's got the shades on. He's got the cane roll. All he's missing is the beads, bro. Yeah. This guy's Stevie Wonder, bro. He's fucking blind, bro. Yeah, he's fucking blind as a bat. Can't see shit. Yeah, can't see what's going on there, bro. It's perfect. Makes perfect sense.
Nah,
appreciate you, Chuck. Appreciate you.
It is mad, bro. Like, so basically, you flip flopped, didn't it? Then you basically,
generation. You can call me what you want, man. I don't. The words don't phase me today. Call me what you want. Generational flip flop. You know, Mandem know I support the club regardless. So
no, but support the club.
Yeah, everyone supports the club, and I'm a fan just like everybody else. So call me what you want, doesn't matter. I don't care about all of that. The fact of the matter is, I had one opinion one day, and I changed it today, and that's that. And I'm standing on that. You know, I'm believing that this manager can turn things around. Hopefully, it hasn't looked good. I've been saying that. I've been saying that for the beginning of the season. It hasn't looked good, but I also believed in the structure and what the structure was going to do when they came in. And if they've decided, look, we're staying with Ten Hag right now, while he's here, I'm going to support it. I still have that element of hope that he can turn things around. So I can't be fully Ten Hag out like most of the Mandem. Some of the Mandem are just like, get him out from day one. I haven't been like that. So,
I hear it, bro. The shade's making sense now. Do you know what I mean? Man don't want to see the light. I hear it, bro.
Trust me.
It's mad. Listen, you get me? But you know what it is, though? When you say you can turn it around, like, is it again like a basis of like 5 games? Because you told us we're going to win all of our first 5 games. Then you said we're going to win 4 out of the next 6. Now, is it a case of we win the next 5 out of 7? And what do you see like in terms of like him turning it around? Like,
do you know what it was? Do you know what it was back then? That was my issue, predicting 5 and 6 games ahead. But it's game at a time right now. I think every single game is a high pressure game that this guy plays.
That's not faith.
And a lot of people have been saying that from the
faith.
beginning.
One game at a time is not faith, Marcel. It's hope.
Yeah, no, and that's what I said. I've got a little bit of hope in me, Rance. That's what I just said like 5 minutes ago.
But no faith.
Okay, well, no, none. Minimal faith. minimal. There is a little bit in there as well at the same time, Rance, but it's a lot of it's hope, especially and more faith in the structure because they've come to purchase the club to change what's happening within this club, Rance. And they projected 2028. And Ten Hag said at the beginning of the season, it's going to be difficult for us to get top 4, and we're not ready. And you're seeing not ready performances at the beginning. So I have to do game by game.
Should any manager be saying that 3 years into their job?
No, this doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. But for me, again,
Can I finish
that? Can I finish that, Traps? Can I finish this? Can I just finish that bit there?
Wait a second. Especially when he never said that in the first season. He never said that in the first season.
Good
I hear that. But the second season, Traps, there was clear. I was saying it. I was backing him to the hilt. I was the number one guy backing him to the hilt in the second season, bro, because of the injuries, and that's made this start of the third season difficult. And now, man that were injured in the third, in the second season, Traps have been injured again. Mason Mount and these kind of man. And now you got Mazwari out. You got
Mason Mount.
Stupid amount of injuries.
Mason Mount hasn't done anything.
Oh my God.
You got Malacia and Shaw out, Rance.
Broski, are you taking a piss with Malacia?
I'm not.
Apparently, Malacia's back this month, but Luke Shaw hasn't been available the whole time he's been at Man United, so we can't choose Luke Shaw.
Oh, fuck Luke Shaw.
In the first season, though,
we brought in Mazraoui, so that kind of offsets the Luke Shaw excuse. Now we're saying that Mazraoui's out. Cool. That's misfortune, or it's negligence by the club, one or the other. We're not sure because they said that the injury with Lenny Euro, they said that they saw in his scan that he had a foot problem at the time, and they still signed him, which is fair.
A bit of both.
So it's a bit of both. With Mazraoui, we don't know if they've seen when they're signing him that there's something, but we're gonna sign him anyway. We don't know. So we don't know if the club has overlooked something or if it's just bad luck. We don't know that, innit? Mazraoui, his signing, he's been one of our better players, our most consistent player. So yeah, that's a bit of bad luck with the Mazraoui situation. You can't foresee an issue like his. It's not like, he twists his ankle or something like that. So that's bad luck. Fair enough. Luke Shaw's not bad luck, bro, because man know what the definition of insanity is. This motherfucker ain't been fit for 10 years. So
10 years.
It's not bad luck, it's poor planning. The Malacia one's a bit of bad luck because we brought in Malacia. Maybe Malacia was meant to be our long-term left back. Maybe he never trusted Luke Shaw. But when Luke Shaw's fit, he plays him. This is the only problem.
And he doesn't contribute anyway.
I don't understand where this manager stands with Luke Shaw because he brought in Malacia, but when Shaw's fit, he always starts. This is my thing. We haven't seen a Luke Shaw fit on the bench. So until this manager can articulate to me why Luke Shaw's his first choice, then I don't have any sympathy for him. Because if Luke Shaw is your first choice and you know he's not fit, you know we can't play them more than one game a week, you sign a first choice left back. You don't sign a Malacia who was really a guy that was a backup anyway.
Yeah, squad.
You get what I'm saying? So like, it's just not really making sense. We signed 3 defenders in the summer, 2 centre backs and 1 right back that can play left back, but he's not a left back. We had Wan-Bissaka. Why did we sign a right back instead of signing a left back when we had 2 right backs already and 1 left back?
I think he's trusted the medical staff. I remember around February period last season where he was told by the medical staff that players are meant to be back and they were taking difficult to come back. We should be getting rid of Luke Shaw though. I agree with that. I'm not saying that Can
we still blame medical staff 3 years in, knowing what you've had to work with?
Exactly.
Well, not 3 years in. It would be. It wouldn't be 3 years in that situation.
3 seasons in, then. Sorry, not 3 years.
Yeah, no, I hear you, but even 3 seasons, bro, because that situation happened in the middle or the back end of last season. It was around that January.
3 seasons though. It's 3 windows, 3 summer windows. Then.
Yeah, I hear that. No, I hear that. But just to add on to that, in the first season, Luke Shaw was kind of part of the team. He was a bit more available than what he's been in the last 2 seasons. But in that second season, Rance, he had a little disparity or whatever with the medical staff. And I think everyone would have liked to have seen Luke Shaw and Malacia back, but I agree with you. Like Luke Shaw should have been gone anyway, and hopefully Alvaro Fernandez or somebody comes in, and we buy them.
You let him go, man.
But the manager let him go, bro. And when he was here, the manager weren't playing him. He didn't even give him a chance.
What?
My thing as well is
but obviously,
wait,
you know, like
on that.
you know this
Hopefully
myth.
you can go back
You know
on
this myth about Luke Shaw's so integral to the system. Why is he so integral to the system? What does he do that's so integral to the system that one player is? Because we're getting to the point where last season it was like, yeah, but Shaw's back, so he can't play his football, and it's like, well, what does he do that's so integral?
He won't say. Look at that.
Nothing.
Silence. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, you asking
He
me?
don't do nothing.
What do you mean asking you? Of course he's asking you, man.
What does he do?
Bro,
that's so integral?
I'm not the manager. I'm not the manager. You know, I'm not saying that he's so integral.
I just feel like it's
what
a
you
myth
put words in my
with
mouth
his
if you're saying that I've said he's so integral. I've agreed with you saying that I think he should have gone. So what?
But you're
why are you asking
complaining
me?
about injuries, yeah?
Yeah,
and
but
you've named
Marcel,
names.
you were saying last season that key players,
Exactly.
There was like one or two players out. It's like, because people will tell us that Mount and Shaw, or I see this around the fan base, like people, I don't know, like they're like the only two players out, or maybe three players. And it's like, oh, we can't play the system because those two are out. It's like, what did they contribute? They didn't contribute anything.
You know what the maddest thing is? He's broken so many stats here, and I'm just gonna show you a few of them, yeah. Because you're just, I don't know what's going on today, bro, but you're really, really irritating everyone today, bro. But there's so many stats here. Look at this, bro. First time in history, conceded 3 goals in 3 consecutive home games in all competitions. Biggest home defeat in the Europa League. First manager to lose his first 2 home games of the Champions League campaign. Most defeats after 10 Premier League games since 1986. I could go on. I could bring up another screen as well. There's hella screens I can pick up, yeah? But you're still believing in this manager that he can turn it around, bro.
This brother's breaking records that haven't existed since before all of us were born, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so regarding that, because I know you're gonna want my opinion on it. Regarding that, it is what it is, guys. We're changing the style of football and the culture.
Man, doesn't mean we drop the standard.
Let me just finish it though, Leon. So it is what it is, guys. This part is when you're changing the style of football, the way that we've been trying to change it, and the risks that you want to take. These kind of things are gonna happen, you know, and you're gonna lose games. And low lows sometimes are precursors for high highs. It's part of that, you know. It's going to take time for us to try this high risk football. When it's, for me, in the last 10 years, especially when you're looking at the last 10 years, the style of football that we've generally been playing is defensive and counter-attacking based. Yes, this guy hasn't really moved the goalpost that far ahead. He hasn't completely changed the dynamic of the way that we play. I agree with that. But even in trying that, you're going to lose games in this fashion. It's going to take time for us to win games in a particular type of fashion. He might be the manager before the manager that actually gets us to that point. Like if we had Xavi, if he gets sacked and Xavi comes in, it's like these guys have been trying in training and the way that we've been talking about football as a football club and a fan base, it's changed a little bit. But
I know what you're saying, but he hasn't brought in players that even suit a Xavi. This is my problem. My problem is, he hasn't brought in a style of player that's coherent with the football that he says he's trying to play. This is my problem, because if you look at most teams, you kind of know what kind of football they're going to play. Even if you look at Tottenham here, for instance, they like fast, direct players. So even though the technical level of Johnson and Werner's low, you can see the kind of wide player the manager likes. Cooley's playing centrally now, so he likes fast, direct players for transition. Fine. Arsenal, all their team, they're a very, very tall physical team. Arsenal don't have any small players anywhere. No diminutive figures. They're a big, solid physical team. They play a very robust style of football. That's how they want to set up. You
Even
look at
teams
all
like
these
Forest
teams,
and that.
Yeah, bro. You look at how these men set up, bro, and look at the amount of set pieces they score. Is it a surprise? They got a very big, robust, strong team.
Facts.
You look at Newcastle as well, very physical, very robust, tall, athletic. When you look at this Man United team, it doesn't tell you anything. We don't do anything well. We don't do anything well. Like, forget about the stuff that we do badly. Yeah, we don't do anything well. Certain teams do things so well that it kind of overshadows the things they don't do well. We don't do anything well. We just have a few things that we do all right, and a lot of things we do badly. That's why we're 14th.
That's why. Yep.
Like, we don't excel anywhere. So in 3 years, why do we not excel at anything?
You know what? Yeah, I think this all comes down to the fan base. I think the fan base is the problem, you know, because we accept mediocrity. You know, if it came to the fan base, and we literally showed our frustration. Yeah, but I think we're accepting mediocrity. Like if it was given to this fan base to decide the fate of the future, we'd be actually finished. You know, I swear down, bro. And unfortunately, Marcel, you're part of that problem. I'm sorry, because you are accepting a club like Man United to be in 14th. You accept this club to be in its first season on the Ten Hag just because we got new owners. You do this, bro, and you're part of the problem. I'm sorry, Marcel. I'm gonna say this to your face, brother to brother. You are part of the problem, mate, because you are going on like we're a little club, bro. We're 14th, you know, spending 600 million. But you're talking about he has to change style of play. When does he have had a style of play? Change what?
You're
bro?
letting them off, Marcel, because the reason why I say this is because if all the fans had the attitude that you had, oh, you know what, they've chosen him, so I'm just gonna back him, bro. We'd never get rid of the fucking guy, bro. I'll be honest. Like we never would, bro. Like because the thing is, this breeds mediocrity. Because if we all decided, like Marcel, you know what? They've shown him support, so I'm gonna show him support. We'll never get fucking rid of this guy. We're not gonna win anything with him.
We're never.
So would you, on hindsight, of giving Ole, with everything that you know and the direction that Ole was trying to take the club, would you have given him the 3rd season to complete his work?
No,
because
not because he wasn't improving, but because he's not Man United level, bro. Like,
now I hear it.
What the standards for Man United are not the standards for everywhere else. This is my thing. So we have to judge. We have to be extremely critical with Man United managers because the only manager that deserved more time than they got was Van Gaal. Everyone else overstayed their welcome. Jose should have got sacked sooner. Ten Hag should have been sacked already. Ole should have got sacked sooner, bro. After the 7-0, we should have sacked Ten Hag. Because since we won the first trophy, we've been poor. Since we won the League Cup, we haven't been a good footballing side, bro, at all.
No,
we haven't been good.
No, I hear you. My problem is we haven't been a good footballing side for 10 years, and we've been trying to have a manager that's similar to Sir Alex in the sense of longevity. They're able to build a project and build a football club.
That's how doesn't exist like that anymore.
Well, but that I disagree with that because I can give you Jurgen Klopp, I can give you Pep. These are the successful managers that have been here for longer than 3 and 4 years that have been able to build something. And at the beginning period where they tried to change that culture, they had difficult periods.
I'll be real, like
that's a fact.
Jurgen Klopp done a very good job.
Yes,
he done a very good job. Jurgen Klopp, had a very good job. But then when you look in the time that Jurgen Klopp was there, Chelsea changed their manager, I think 5 or 6 times and won more trophies than them. So as much as Jurgen Klopp done a good job, you can still win trophies by sacking managers, bro. Like Jurgen Klopp was an anomaly. He is the exception to the rule. He was a guy that was brought in at a club, He was brought in at a club that weren't really looking to win stuff when they brought him in. And he exceeded expectations because they did not back him, like he would have been backed if he was the Chelsea manager.
A different club. No, but rant to my brother.
Do you know what I'm saying? He exceeded expectations. He's a special coach, bro.
No, but what, bro, you're talking about trophies and special coaches.
No, but style of play, trophies, his aura, how he deals with players, how he deals with the media. He's a special coach. We need to stop putting everyone in the brackets of the Wengers and the Fergusons and now the Klopps, 9 years. Most managers don't deserve 9 years. Most of them don't deserve 9 months because as a football fan, if you know football, within 9 months, you can see if a manager is going to be a success or not.
You can see it.
You can see it. You can see it, bro. Like you'll get more right than you get wrong. If you give a manager 9 months and you sack a man every 9 months, if they haven't performed, you'll get more right than wrong. I promise you. I promise you. Not too many managers manage to turn it around. Most of the time, they start really well and they drop off, not the other way around. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you don't really see managers start badly and then all of a sudden it clicks and they're great. Usually they start really well and either they continue to improve or they just plummet and they're gone. Do you know what I mean? Like Eddie Howe. Look at Eddie Howe at Newcastle. Started really, really, really well for whatever reason. Now no one's talking about Newcastle for top 4 no more. They play Champions League. Do you see what I'm saying? Like this is how football works. Normally you start well. And if you don't start well,
it's mostly the first season in Champions League though, Rance.
No, he got them Champions League.
Oh, you got them Champions League.
He got them Champions League. They got screwed over against PSG. Following season, don't look like a Champions
Yeah,
League
they
club.
dropped off.
Dropped off.
You know what it is for me?
They
as
said
well?
it was
Well,
overachieved.
I guess.
Rasta started really well at Crystal Palace. Now people are saying that they're not really good no more.
Mm.
You know what it is for me as well? It's like this is why it's damage limitation right now. You have to make the move to move on and to keep things evolving, because you can damage this young squad now, where like another manager's got to come in and pick up the pieces, because like when players aren't even being managed right and they're not being played well together, it's because the fan base already turning. I can't believe they turn on Zertsky already and stuff like that. It's just madness.
Yeah, of course. But that's just the fan base, isn't it?
Big up Danny, by the way.
Yeah, big up Danny, man.
Swamlet.
Yeah, man. We're just updated. Obviously, I don't know if you see the group chat, but he's got his shades on, man, and he's
I
living
thought you
life.
did Marcel when Danny came in, then.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Pardon?
I thought you did when Danny came in, then.
Oh no. My camera just came.
A couple of super chats here. Big up Rust. He says, Erik Ten Hag, if you support him, you're a madman. Marcel, if you is clearly more of a fan of Erik Ten Hag than United. Marcel, officially in a cult. If you support and back a manager, you're a madman. Mandem, if this was Real Madrid, then Malcolm would have been the only glazer in the box. That man tried to flip Bale car with him in it. Oh, our fans are soft and emotional, no logic behind their thought process. Saeed, please get this madness Marcel out. A bit off topic. What's going on? Listen, we'll talk about him next time, man. And Knowledge says we have to hold standards as a fan base, but certain man want to be seen as a better fan because they supported fuckery till the bitter end. But that just makes you a damn fool. Raise the standards. Big up. Killer says, Marcel, I'm sorry I doubted you, Gaffer. I trust the process. Our players are regressing and you are getting more injuries, but you want to keep him. Danny, what do you think? Obviously, Marcel's flip-flopped here, but do you think that INEOS have got a plan, or do you think they're working things behind the background? Because Marcel is going to be a lot of United fans. They're going to be like, you know what? I might just flip-flop now because, INEOS are not really doing their job. You know what I mean? This comes down to INEOS for me. Like, Ten Hag, he's employed.
Wait, someone tell me, what kind of plan can INEOS have right now? What plan?
Bro, I don't know. I don't know right now. They're going and doing these meetings. I'm asking you. I don't know.
You said it last week. We let them off the hook. Their first big decision, they bottled it. And we let them off the hook. Let's be honest. We let them off the hook. How do you actively look for a manager, let everybody know you're going to fire him before the FA Cup final, and then you bottle it? And we do nothing as a fan base. We just let it slide. We just let it slide. Because the Glazers have beat us into submission. Like, I don't know what their plan is, Saeed. We spoke about this last week. It's just ego. They know they shouldn't have kept him. They've kept him. And now they're just going to long it out for as long as possible. But we all know if a manager can be sacked in 3 matches, it should be sacked already. Everybody knows this, isn't it? So I don't know what their plan is. What I do believe, though, is that we probably have people in the board that wanted a Tuchel who's now gone, and they'll be vexed. And then you've got the Ashworths and the Baradas probably who want like an Almarin or a Thomas Frank or someone, a yes man that's a coach. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to a top manager who's going to demand things from them. That's what I think is going on. But yeah, it's a shit show. Let's be honest with you. We're just waiting. This man's a dead man walking. We're just waiting for him to be fired. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just.
This is what I'm saying.
They're having a plan. Like, cut it out, bro. They don't have a plan.
Because my thing is, I don't think they're sacking him now until December. That's my kind of like, my thought process is like, he's here till December. Because I can see him winning the last 2 games. I think Leicester, and I think we got one team, I think it's a winnable game at home, yeah. He wins them 2 games, he keeps his job. As long as he wins the last 2 games of any run or doesn't lose the last 2 games of any run, he's kept his job, man. That's what
I'll be real, Saeed. He's got a must-win game against Jose Mourinho because
Fenerbahce, yeah.
Bruv, our only avenue into the Champions League is through the Europa League, and if we don't win that game, that's no wins in 3, and that makes it very, very unlikely that we're going to win that competition, and that puts him under pressure. Just from a financial point of view, I think that will be the last straw. It has to be.
Bro, You say that, bro, but they were like, "Yo, you got 5 more games to get into the
So,
Europa League."
I don't
How
think
much
you
you
win
need
that
to get
game,
into the Europa League next round? How many?
And you know what
points
happens
do you-
after Fenerbahce? It's 2 away games. We play on Thursday, then we play West Ham away.
West Ham away.
So I'm
Yeah.
saying, so you're doing this December thing. He could be gone before December.
Yep.
No, but
before
this,
December.
though, okay, let me bring the fixtures up here. This is what I believe is going to happen, yeah? And this is what I believe, yeah? We won't win against Brentford. We either lose or draw that game. Preferably, I'm guessing it's going to be a loss. Fenerbahce, we lose. West Ham, I think it's a loss or draw. We beat Leicester. We lose to Chelsea.
Yeah.
But then guess what? We win these 2 games, Mandem. Poak or whatever they call
Bro, who says we're even getting that far, Saeed? You know what the crazy thing is, yeah?
I've seen this.
I told you, bro. I think Ashraf's gonna do the Lord Baelish thing, bro. When you think, yeah, that everything's calm, yeah, man just gets stabbed in the back, bro. I reckon, yeah, that he's gonna get blindsided. I think he gets blindsided. I don't think it gets to December, bro. Like brother, it doesn't get past Chelsea. It can't.
Bro,
No.
listen. It's
But-
yeah, go on, Danny.
If he gets to Leicester, he can lose to Chelsea, pack that team, beat Leicester again, beat Ipswich. I see what you're saying, Saeed.
You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying, but I don't think from Brentford to Chelsea, I think enough damage should be done where they could fire him. But saying that, Saeed, I think they should have fired him 2 weeks ago. So
But that's what I'm saying. So why now? My question is why now? Why
I don't
now?
think they
Why
will do it now. If they should have done it 2 weeks ago, and because they
Because
haven't,
yeah,
they're gonna keep him on.
because listen, what people fail to understand about this whole sacking thing, yeah. As fans, yeah, you can always say it's the right time to sack, man, and the opportunities are there. But at the end of the day, sometimes as a club, yeah, when you get like, say you got a manager and he's managing the club, but it's not been going well, so it gets to a point where it's like, okay, cool, we're gonna keep him to a certain thing, but if the results get so bad, we're gonna have to. They don't have a choice. I feel like it gets to that point. It's getting to that point now, with everything that's gone on, that it's at the point now where the results are what's gonna push them. They might not want to do it because of whatever, but the results will be too much for them. They'll have to the pressure. They have to succumb to the pressure and get rid of him and probably get an interim in. But I don't know.
I think it was already there, Traps. I think we're already at that point, but since they haven't done it, I think they don't mind the pressure and that they're all right with it. And they're gonna
a part of me feels like they brought in Ruud van Nistelrooy, and maybe Jason Wilcox has seen something where he's like, yo, you know what? Ruud van Nistelrooy, having Ruud there by himself, he might as well have Ten Hag there, bro. Maybe he's not that impressed with what he's seen of Ruud, because if he was, I reckon they would have pulled the trigger. And also, there's noises coming out basically saying that these men feel like international break or no international break, it makes no difference. Like the season is the season. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make it easier to sack a manager in an international break as opposed to the middle of the season if the interim's already there. If the interim's already there, it doesn't matter when they sack him.
I just think, I mean, like I said, I feel like a lot of us have our own agendas and our own like tolerance levels and that things. And I feel like it's got to a point where a lot of people have come over to the dark side and said, you know what, get this guy out, whatever, yeah. But I'm just saying this, innit? Yeah, and I'm not saying that INEOS are doing. I'm just saying, look, I'm just thinking of it from a logical standpoint. Yeah, these men are billionaires. Yeah, this guy's put together a dream team. I said, look, you man handle the business. I put the bread down, X, Y, and Z. That's cool. Yeah, you can't tell me that these men do not have a plan. It might not be the plan that we want. It might not be the plan that we even like. But there's no way you can tell me that these men have got to where they're at, yeah, with no plan. They've got a plan.
That's the logic I was using with Saeed.
Yeah, which I get 100%, but then I think that's based on hopium as well. Like it's not, and I think everyone's based on hopium, but also it's like you've had trigger points. These are massive trigger points.
Saeed, it's not hope, bro. Like I said, because it's logic. Because I'm not saying the plan we're gonna like it or we're gonna think it's a good plan, but they've got a plan, and it might be a thing where it's like they've got a manager, they want to go for this manager, but it's a bit of a minefield going for this manager. And you know what they said about speaking, they don't really want to do business and let everyone know what's going on, so they might have kept it under wraps or whatever. I'm just saying this is a scenario. This might not be the truth, but they might have a guy that they're going for and think, right, when this guy's available, this guy's gone. But in the meantime, we need to somehow manage this in a certain way, but he might not be ready till the end of the season.
They don't have a plan. They don't have a plan. They wanted to sack him. They couldn't sack him. Then they decided we're going to support him as best we can. That was their plan. Let him call Rude. Let him call that Rene guy. Let him get Mazraoui delit. Let's tell him what he needs in midfield because he thinks he wants to play football. He actually doesn't. So we're going to get him Ugarte. Yeah. So that was their plan, Traps. They don't have a plan. They weren't expecting it to be this bad. You know what I'm saying to you? Because they believe. You need to understand. Yeah. I think they believe in their hype traps. Someone's mic is making me.
Yeah, Musa. There.
Musa. They believe in their own hype. They convince themselves if we create this environment with marginal games and all this bullshit, everything on the football pitch will be better. Not understanding these players have been with this manager for 2 seasons. They got no belief in him, and he doesn't know what he's doing. You can create all the environment that you want, hire the so-called best in class, redecorate the tunnel. You can do all of those things. If it's not right on the training pitch and you're not getting results on the football pitch, none of that shit matters.
None of shit.
Traps. I promise you, they did not have a plan, and now they're scrambling.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't think that's the case, to be honest. Because if they didn't have a plan, they would be looking for. Obviously, yeah, people like I said, everyone's got their own spin on it or point of view or the way they look at things or whatever else. But if they never had a plan, they would have just They would have done what United normally do. Would be sack him and do a PR stunt. Get someone in that everyone's gonna love. Yeah. Push Rude into the limelight. Push someone in the light. Push someone in there that's gonna keep the noise down. That's what they would have done because that's so. I genuinely think that for them to listen to this and watch, you have to remember, yeah, this is another thing as well. Yeah, it's not a thing where it's like the Glazers, where the Glazers are in America, wherever they are, just chilling, probably watching NFL, not even giving a shit about what they're looking at. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then shout out to Big Steve anyway, because I'm drinking your tears today, mate. Yeah, your tears are getting drunk. Yeah, crying all day since 9:30 this morning. But yeah, so if it's not like the Glazers, when the Glazers are sitting there, they're not. These men go to the football matches and sit there and watch the football. So as a football fan, they know they're watching shit football. This is shit. You know what I mean? And you can see the looks on these men's faces. You can see the comments. You can see the way they're looking. They're not saying good things that they're seeing. They're saying what they're saying. So at the end of the day, they've got full experience of sitting there on a match day watching bullshit, watching this guy do stuff like needing to go and bringing on defenders and things like that. As a football fan, they're going to be looking at this thinking, right, this guy's a bit. But at the end of, like you said, like look for instance, yeah, because this is what Big Steve was crying about. Out of the blue, Ferguson's I've been for the chop. No one's expected it. No one even expected that news, but it's come out. So you don't know what these guys are on, what they're doing.
And there was no mumbles of it. There was no mumblings of it beforehand.
Beforehand, yeah, no, I know.
Exactly. So I'm just saying, these men might not be doing it in the way that we're used to. Where we're seeing things and things that this might be something that, because it's like even with remember when we came in with the signings and it was like, why have we not signed no one yet? And I said, listen, these men will sign when they're ready to sign. Do you know what I mean? But lo and behold, they got the business done as and when they've done it.
Yeah, right.
Enough time to do what he's doing. Right. And they've done what they've done. Everyone was going into the season. Everyone was happy with INEOS' first transfer window.
Only the manager they weren't happy about. Only the manager.
So you can't turn it.
Are you trusting INEOS then? Are you trusting INEOS right now? Are you saying
let's
see when they make the decision and that you're going to see it as a plan to?
No, it's not. It's not a question. No, it's not a question of trusting INEOS, right? I told people, yeah, like you see when Ollie came in, yeah, Ollie was the last bit of he was the last of the summer wine as far as it comes to blind faith backing, yeah. If you come to this club or anything, you have to show it. And I think right now, it's too early in the INEOS takeover part to say to condemn them. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't condemn them yet. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. So, but if I'm gonna put my faith in INEOS, I'm gonna put more faith in INEOS than I'm gonna put this manager staying, because I just think anyone that sits there and watches the football, like I said, we hands down play the shittest football in the Premier League, and everybody knows it. So, do you know what I mean? If we know it, people at West Brom know it. Flipping.
Everyone knows it. Everyone in their dog.
Wait. So how can you have faith in people that knew this last season, watched it, and then kept the same manager? That's what I don't understand.
Yes, because
but they weren't here. I agree with both of you. I think you both make great points. Like I said in the last show with
Big up
Saeed,
Rhino.
I think with Traps, I agree with what you're saying in terms of when you look at the fact that they've gone and got Barada from Man City, even though him and Ashworth weren't able to start working until I think into July. So because of that, everything was rushed in it, and they're using that as the reason why the manager's still here. Whatever.
Because
They
Barada
need,
came out and
they,
said it.
they need,
He said
they need
he said
time
it,
to
didn't
see
he?
certain things in it. So man can say that we knew that in the summer, but they could have easily come in and said, you know what? Let's keep an eye on this brother, and we'll draw up a list of managers that we think would be ideal for the project that we're trying to build, the football we're trying to play, the players we currently have, and the players that we want to get in. I hear that. Let's prop up this manager with Ruud van Nistelrooy and Rene. In the meantime, because what happened last season can't happen again. The complaints we had from the players about the manager's communication. Let's bring in someone that's better. And he's still failing. So I think that he's even surprised INEOS by how bad he started. But
That's
I still
my
think
point.
they have to be planning something though. They have to be, because they have to, bro. I'll be real. Not even because I trust them, but because the next move they make is gonna make or break their legacy, bro.
Thank you.
You
And
know
that's what I
what it
was.
is?
That's exactly what I
Whatever
was
they're
saying,
planning,
man.
yeah. 1 second, Traps. Whatever they're doing is reactive. It's not proactive.
No.
And that was the whole thing with INEOS being different than the be proactive.
But maybe it's not though.
Anticipate.
Because think about it. Being reactive would have just been sacking the manager without a
No.
replacement.
I mean, in
Exactly.
terms of their plans, not just sacking him, but if they're shocked by what they're seeing, because they thought if we give him support, if we do this in the window, it should prop him up at least for a little bit. So if they're shocked to what they're seeing already, they're like, rah.
But
We
what if they
expected-
know? No, but they're shocked at the results, not the football, because
Yeah.
they knew the
I don't care
football
about
was
the
shit.
results. Not Rants. I don't care about the results. These people, I expect these people to see past results and to look at the performances and say, is this sustainable or not sustainable? Your mic's muted.
Wilcox
might
pretty
be.
much came out last season, and he didn't like the manager and the football. Like that wasn't a secret. So he knew that the football was shit. So yeah, cool. He didn't expect the football to improve. I genuinely think that these man didn't expect the manager to improve. They just put man there to prop him up and Ruud there as an interim until they get the man they want. I refuse to believe, only because Ratcliffe is a billionaire, bruv, and he wasn't born a
Straight.
billionaire.
Straight.
You know what I mean?
That's-
So
that's-
you
that
don't
is
you
exactly
don't
what I
get
think
to
as
where
well.
he is in life without
you.
having plans in it. Like you just don't.
Thank
innit?
you.
Like you don't accidentally
you.
fuck around and end up with
I become a
billions. Like,
billionaire. You know what I mean?
yeah, you don't. So
Facts.
I believe that there has to be some sort of talk. And even when you look at the way he talks about the manager, he doesn't feel anything for this manager, bro. He
You don't
talks
rate him.
about him like he doesn't know him.
No, you don't. Yeah, that's one thing.
Do you
That's
know
what
what I'm saying?
So why has he not sacked him already, Rants, when he should have?
Because
They haven't
because
found
he
their man.
understands that the next move he makes
Gotta be a
defines him.
crucial
The
one.
next manager is
But that's
going
what-
to be the INEOS manager.
Yeah,
They
but
know that their whole legacy is gonna depend on who they get in next, bro.
Right.
It
That's
is,
what- that's-
unfortunately.
Do you remember what I was saying? Remember what I was saying the last time I was on, yeah? When I was saying to Amanda, I was like, look, yeah, what you have to remember is, yeah, this manager is not a reflection of INEOS at the end of the day. So this can get as bad as they want it to be, yeah? Because at the end of the day, like I said, they know the next decision is one of the biggest decisions they're going to make as
But you're also enabling, though. You're also enabling. You're enabling this. Come on.
You can't- they
You are.
can't
You
do
are.
it.
Nah, Traps. You
They're
can't
not
let this.
enabling. Like, they're not.
They are
They're not.
enabling.
They're
Are you
planning.
mad?
They're planning.
Of course they're enabling this.
They're planning.
No, listen, bruv, listen. This is where you get it twisted. INEOS are not babysitters, bro. They're not enabling people, teaching people how to behave and teachers. They own the sporting operations of this club at the end of the day, right? So at the end of the day, they could turn around and say it's a lost cause. But like I said, if someone's gonna have like Rand said, if someone's a billionaire, they don't get there. If everyone's gonna sit there and say to him, right, you know what? This guy's won a trophy. He's talking best. He's talking a lot of stuff. Talking about if they don't want me, I'll go win trophies elsewhere, X, Y, and Z. Okay, cool. Yeah. So we're here now to oversee what's going on here now. Yeah. I put this team together to go and oversee X, Y, and Z. Because he even came out the other day and said, "Bro, this ain't on me. I've got this is what I brought these men for to go look at the football and
Yeah.
yeah. So he's already said that. Yeah. So whatever these men are looking for, it's like Rand said, if you go back to the situation, these men came in late. Yeah, so they want to have make a full assessment and make a full report of what they're saying and come to a decision on what. Or it might not even be a case like that. It might be a thing like I said, it might be as simple as this. They want somebody, they can't get him right now. This guy's gonna have to suffice until we can get who we need to get in, and we don't need to talk to the fans about it, because at the end of the day, regardless of what, we haven't spoken to the fans about anything going on. We sacked Bearman, we sacked Ferguson, yeah, with all these things that all the things that Mandem were talking about. Ferguson hanging around like a bad smell and all the extra shit. They've done all of this now. So why are we're not asking you? It's like they're trying to show you, man, something as well. We're not asking you, man, nothing. We're doing what we're doing here. You don't moan about the football same way, but when it gets better and the manager gets replaced, then we give them.
Yeah, but Saeed, that's not a guarantee. This is the thing.
It's a guarantee.
I don't care if listen, just. Football humbles people. I don't care if you're a billionaire selling oil, manufacturing. That's your business. Football's different. It's not the same thing. Trust me. He's come into this situation. All of these cost cutting. I'm telling you, he spent the money on the football club. Looked at the organization. He's like, yo, these men are hemorrhaging money everywhere. Where can I cut costs? He's scrambling. You guys,
but they would have looked at that beforehand.
This idea in your mind that everything they're doing.
Hey, Danny, to be honest, yeah.
Not.
One second.
Omar Barada's already said, he literally put it in the statement, we support the Ten Hag, but it wasn't our decision. Why do you think he said that? Why do you think he said
because
that?
He said the decision was made beforehand.
It's a flip-flop when he's ready to go back on it.
No, he never said that. He said the decision was made before he turned up.
Exactly. Why do you think he's letting you know that? He's letting you know that's got nothing to do with me. That's what he's letting you know.
Man, yeah.
Even when it comes to their summer, people forget. Our main centre-back targets were Brantford and Tadibo. They didn't prepare for the UEFA situation. City clocked it in January. That's why they bought Savio. INEOS were unprepared. That's what you man are not realizing. INEOS were unprepared. Whatever they're planning, they just started planning it. They've just started planning it. I'm telling you now, they're not prepared.
Yeah, bro, you know what the thing is, but bro, they've kind of told us this because what Jim said to us was Dan wasn't here. Dan's the guy that I trusted to make these decisions. He wasn't here. Exactly. Omar was the guy that I trusted. He wasn't here. So the Tuchel thing, that wasn't Ashworth. That was Jim. Because Tuchel was already available.
Yeah.
And his people sounded us out. So these guys went and done all of this without Dan and Omar. So yes, the reason why they were unprepared with the Tadibo thing is because they were working alone, bruv. Like Brailsford was getting involved and stuff like that. And he don't know nothing about football.
Yeah, he don't know.
You know what I'm saying? So they were unprepared in that sense because their man only started working in July. Do you see what I'm saying? So in that things, they were unprepared, but we know why. It's not because they're incompetent, because they weren't there. And they've said that they weren't there. So when we look at that, we have to keep that in mind when we're looking at certain things. We have to, innit, if we're going to be balanced. They weren't there. That's why it looks crazy. Because Jim seemed bare confused by the rule, but he's not supposed to know the rule. He's the money man.
Yeah. Now you know what? Another thing as well. Yeah. Another thing as well. Yeah, is that you see, like obviously, Dan Ashworths and all these man. Yeah. Surely they have to come in, and they have to try and fix something. So, like you lot said, top him up. We have to try and fix it before we replace it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that's you doing your job. Because at the end of the day, say for instance, they watch a manager week in, week out, and they think, you know what? If he does this, this, and this, and we get him this player, that's the system that he plays might work. So that's how they help him. You know what I mean? Rather than saying, do you know what? He's not working. There's social shit, this, that, and the other. It might just be a case of changing a couple of things or whatnot. That's how you got to do their job, because you can't just, like you said, it's easy to fling a manager up. But say we get a manager in this shit, you're going to want the same thing again. You need to get, what we need to do is get to a situation where the manager is almost irrelevant. All he has to do is motivate the players, and they have to like him and want to play for him. That's literally what they have to do. Yeah, that's the situation that we need to get to. Obviously, it's not going to happen with him, but at the same time,
I definitely happily with him. Definitely not.
It needs to get to a point where they get the right man in, so he can pick up this patchwork squad, right, and get what he needs to get to it and make it better. And then, because you have to remember, like I said, Barada said 2028 he wants the Premier League, so the clock's ticking on that one. Yeah,
bro,
propaganda.
And he also said, and he also said, after 2 years, if you don't perform after 2 years, you're out the door. So So these are the things that he has to stand on now. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's mad, yeah? Before I let, obviously, you got Rhino and their fans to come in. I'm just going to get some of these super chats in quickly. Protect Marcel at all costs. He will be gone by Chelsea, Max, I promise. Knowledge says INEOS thought he would last till Christmas, so they got Rude as backup caretaker, but shit is hitting the fan from the start of the season. So it's clear to me that they didn't plan for the worst case scenario. They didn't expect it to be this bad, like buying a house and finding out the rats are not sure and power outages.
That's crazy.
Yeah. After 10 p.m. That's crazy. Big up Carl Basin. From what I understand, sacking Erik Ten Hag will considerably affect PSR. Missing out on Champions League money hurts the club. By the way, we sold the kid to Benfica too cheap. Marcel, show us the Henny bottle by your desk because your brain must have gone on the piss with Georgie Best. Aye, that's bars. And Rance is right. Marcel's a damn liar. You didn't receive any new info since you were Erik Ten Hag out. I knew you were faking it because it's ironic. You wanted him out as soon as the majority wanted him out. Faz, have you got something to say, bro? Why you got shades on, man? Like, you can't be following this guy, man. Come on, man. We got to be serious, man.
You know, there's a saying, yeah, that you can't fight fire with fire. But I'm going to start fighting fire with lava now. That's the next alternative. Fight fire with lava. Because I've tried the being nice, I've tried the listening, and at this point, where are you going? Where are you going?
You talk to Marcel.
Yeah, that's the only person I come to talk to. I actually don't come here to talk to anyone else. You know what? From now on, address me as a bully because I'm gonna start bullying this guy. I don't care what society says. I'm gonna start bullying this guy. I'm a bully now. Saeed, what is the picture that I sent you on October 15th? Yeah, what is the picture that I sent you, Saeed? Do you remember?
October 15th. Let me check quickly.
It's okay. I've got the evidence.
Okay.
I've got the fucking evidence. Bring the evidence. I listed a list of players that were making peas, yeah? And because of the Sir Alex Ferguson's deal getting cut. This guy, this imbecile, this pathological concussed liar quote tweeted me and said, he also failed at the beginning like Ten Hag. Trust the process. Hug emoji.
The question. Ask the question.
No
bro.
question. Shut up with your question.
Ask
Shut
your
up.
question.
Shut up. You don't get to ask no
Question.
questions. Shut up.
Did you answer the question?
Shut up. No, shut up. Do you not remember, Saeed? This same guy sat on this show and said his first season was a success because he came third.
No, I said.
And he's the same. What do you mean? No. Shush. Be quiet while you're getting scolded. How about that? Be quiet.
I'm not getting scolded. I'm completely.
Yes,
fine.
you are, because you're the same. You know, I'm not even pissed at the fact that you said you're Erik Ten Hag in. I expect this shit from you now, because you're a liar. So it doesn't even faze me. What bothers me is you sat here, yeah, saying that you didn't say his first season was a success because he came third and got us into Champions. You said this.
Where find that?
And then don't do that. Don't do that. That's like you cheating and saying go and get the person you cheated with.
Find what I said. It's success.
Are you fucking skunked? Are you thick?
No.
What are you doing? No wonder you don't come to Old Trafford anymore, because you know if I catch you, it's on sight with you.
No, I'm there.
It's on sight with you. I'm sick and tired of you. You sat on this show, yeah, and you said his first season was a success.
I didn't. I've been saying for the longest that it's an overachievement his first season.
Overachievement.
Yeah, he
had a level of achievement, right? You can only overachieve if you fucking achieve something, innit?
No, compared to the season.
The fuck, if you've achieved and then you've done more, it's overachieving, isn't it?
No,
so he overachieved in the first season, but now all of a sudden he's failed like Sir Alex did. You dare compare? You dare? You must be doing backflips under your bed, yeah, thinking that he's gonna get the Brentford game. You're taking a fucking piss. You freaking gremlin. You're a gremlin. That's who you're, a gremlin. I wish they lock you up instead of Diddy, bruv.
I asked you.
You're taking a fucking piss.
No, I'm not. No,
you're toying with my emotion every single day.
Don't get emotional now. Relax.
Yo,
No,
Faz,
because
are
you're
you- wait,
playing
Faz,
with me.
Faz,
You're playing with
relax,
my emotion every day.
Wait,
No,
Faz,
relax,
you're telling me if we
relax,
throw
relax.
water on
You're
Marcel,
grown
we're gonna get
man,
more
relax.
Marcels. Is that what you're telling me, Faz?
And you're a grown man who's emotionally unstable. At least I'm grown enough to tell you when I'm angry. I'm grown enough to tell you when I'm wrong. I'm grown enough to tell you I don't agree with you. Why are you?
I came
You
here.
ain't even grown.
No, I came here and I said, listen, I flip-flopped and I've come back on what I'm saying.
Oh, do you remember? You don't remember when you used to laugh at me when I used to flip flop when I was on United View?
Oh yeah, I always.
You used to laugh at me. Do you think I forgot?
Yeah, it was jokes. It was jokes.
No, the joke's on you now. How about that? The joke is on you, you gremlin. How about this?
You know what's mad? Yeah, let's. I think
It's
for me,
not fair. It is not fair that you get to do this week in, week out. There has been no new information for you to be doing backflips under your bed, thinking that I'm gonna believe the process now. I'm Ten Haging. So really, you don't even know what you're saying. You're drinking liquor and coming and crying on stream, bruv.
No, I'm not saying that I believe in the process the way that.
no,
you
but
think.
Marcel, do you get where he's coming from though? 2 weeks ago, you came. Well, I'm going to tell you anyway.
Look. So I'm look, Saeed.
Look. Go on, explain it.
No,
Saeed.
2 weeks ago, you come on here, you said, right, you're 10 Hag out, you're done. He needs to be going. You need a new manager that comes in. Can you understand Faz is right now? He's angry and he's frustrated because you've just flip-flopped. And it's an indictment on us as a fan base. We can't be taken seriously, bro. If you're just literally flip-flopping after nothing's really happened. He's not even won a game, Marcel. If he won a game, I'd be like, you know what, fair enough. Marcel is flipped off after a game. We won a game. But the guy's not won a game.
I've noticed a very common thing between you, Ty, and Neji, and I've clocked it now. I've actually clocked it. What you three do, hold on. What you three do is say INEOS are gonna keep him, so I might as well back him. I've actually clocked it. You all three say the exact same thing, and it's blame shifting, narcissistic behavior. That is narcissistic. You all say, Ty said it last week. Ty said it, INEOS are going to keep him, so really and truly he's got 5 more games. Neji said, when we ask Neji questions, what is your threshold till you're out? He says, well, INEOS are going to give him end of the season, aren't they? It's like you're INEOS' spokesperson or something.
It is what it is. I'm a flip-flop.
It is what it is.
I'm
That's
a
the
liar.
reality,
I'm a
man.
narcissist. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I have my own opinions and I'm going to stick by them. I said
you didn't. You didn't. Okay, you want to stick by your opinion. How about I show this evidence then? Because how long can you stick to your opinion? So look at this, yeah. You tweeted saying they're trying to eradicate the GOAT, the greatest, October 15th, yeah?
Yeah.
You tweeted this when INEOS decided to cut ties. On the same fucking day, yeah, you tweeted saying, I'm sure he can still do whatever he wants. He's just not getting paid to do it, Erik Cantona. He's Sir Alex Ferguson.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
1 minute you're saying they're trying to eradicate him, and then 1 minute you're saying, he's not getting paid for it. 2 weeks ago, you said, Erik Ten Hag out. Now you're saying Erik Ten Hag in, and we've not even played a single game.
Yeah,
you can't stick to your opinion.
Yeah, and what's wrong with that? I'm allowed to be like that.
So then you just said, I'm a grown man. I stick to my opinion. Well, you don't though. Now you're saying you don't stick to your opinion.
Yeah, and my
what
opinion,
are you then?
Well, let me finish then, because you don't let me finish. So my opinion is subject to change. People's opinions change. So once I've changed it, I will stick to it being changed. I can change opinions all the time. What are you talking about?
You change your opinion quicker than a prostitute moves from client to client.
That's your opinion.
That is how quick you change your fucking opinion. I remember you changed your opinion in 2 hours, bro.
That's your opinion. And if you're so upset about it,
one second.
Hello, be upset about it. It doesn't bother me.
This is
I'm allowed to say what I want to say.
Guys, the energy, wallahi, man, this INEOS, man, they need to make a decision because, boy, we can't be having these conversations still, man. This is what, 16th of October. This is going to get even more peak. Like, people think this is going to end now and our form's going to start to get better and whatnot. It's only going to get worse and worse, man. So
It's taking game by game. They should have made this decision 2 weeks ago. They didn't make this decision. So I've changed and I've said, you know what? Let's back the manager and the structure until he's gone. That's all I've said.
Listen, you see these meetings, yeah? Like, what you have to remember is that the club ain't put out no statement, These are these lazy ass journalists. These meetings that they probably have them all the time. Yeah. It just so happens that there's a situation going on. People like Laurie Whitwell and all these people, they're probably sitting around, international breaks approaching, Man United and shit. Oh, they're having a meeting. Let me sensationalize this meeting that they had 3 months ago, same way, and make it seem like there's some shit that there's Ten Hag's future is going to be on the agenda. But his future might have been on the agenda for the last 6 months. They might have said, you know, what's the exit plan? They might be thinking the exit plan. They might be thinking all kinds of things. But people like Marcel, right? United fans like Marcel, when this bald guy came in and galvanized you man's thoughts and your feelings when he said errors can come to an end and all that other crap in his stupid shit linen suit, yeah, that he had, yeah, and his fucking clogs that he had on his feet, yeah, at fucking Old Trafford. You lot believed in all of that. Then when that plan has failed, yeah, and it's got to the point now where it's like, man, the writing's on the wall, man is shit manager, shit man don't know certain things. You're seeing players, every single player, by the way, that has left, yeah, this club under this manager has gone other places and played all right football. They've played good, yeah, they've played good football. So, but ignore all that. Now it's got to the point where it's like, I back this manager, so I'm gonna ride it till the wheels fall off. And then now they jumped on the bandwagon lastminute.com because they thought he was going to get sacked because that was the right thing for him to do. Based on results, he should have been sacked already. But because it hasn't happened, now they want to go to this thing where, oh, I need to go back to the race of being the best United fan I can be by getting behind it again. It's flipping gay, bro. Yeah? It's fucking gay, bro. Like, it's simple as that. Like, you, man, need to be men. Yeah, need to sit down and understand that what you're seeing is real life shit.
Yo. Chaps, chill with that. Relax.
Yeah, that's mad.
Cool. Listen, people, we don't condone that, you know what I'm saying? Like, Mandem.
Cool, but listen.
Chaps.
That's mad.
Allow that. Yo, listen, people.
All right, cool. But listen, yeah. These are getting to a certain. Yeah. They're getting to a point now where it's not even about the football no more. It's about who wants to be right. I want to be right. I want to show people that I am the greatest United fan I can be. But no one cares, bro. No one cares. Be honest with yourselves. Be honest with what you're seeing. You're not happy with the football you're seeing. You're not happy to go and watch it. You're not happy.
Yeah, traps. Just hold on. That has nothing to do. That has nothing to do with sexuality, though, bro. I have an opinion and I've changed it from one to another. What is the premise? What is the premise in your life of being gay and not gay? Change an opinion.
Why would you go back to that? Why would you go back to that, bro?
Because I'm not gonna let somebody make that opinion.
Listen, bro. He didn't say it. Listen to me.
Why would I go back to that? I'm just gonna let that. I'm gonna let someone say that.
It's just a metaphor, man.
Yeah, it's just a metaphor. Daddy, go ahead.
An opinion.
Daddy, you know what it is? I got a question.
Wait, guys, can you guys wait? So sorry to cut you off, Danny. Big up the Mandem, by the way.
Yeah, go right.
Marcel is Ten Hag in, guys? Am I hearing correctly?
Basically, he's
on what? Based on what?
Based on everything.
No, I've never said. That's what I'm trying to say. Mandem are misquoting.
With the shades on that.
Saeed, at the beginning, I'll speak for myself right now because people are trying to say different things. Rance is saying something next, and then Saeed's not even listening to what man said. So again,
that's what it's become because of how much shit you chat. We don't even listen to you no more. It goes in one ear, it comes out the other. We don't even care. We just look at surface level things you say. We don't even understand what you say now.
So anyway, Rhino. So like I said, Rhino, 2 weeks ago they should have made a decision. They haven't made this decision now.
So now he's
thinking to myself, where else is there to go? We said it off air. Yeah, we said it off air, Saeed. I said it to him. I was like, well, where else do we go now? We might as well back him. The structure, we wanted a structure right now.
That's what I'm saying.
We wanted a structure right now, and the structure is saying they're not going to sack him right now. So what? Every single game we're going to be like, what? We Ten Hag out. There's no point for me personally.
Marcel,
I might as well support him right now.
Marcel,
well, go on.
Do you have faith in Ten Hag?
No, I have hope. That's what me and Rance went over this. Me and Rance went over this already. I've already said this. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I have minimal faith, Danny. And in my mind, I have more hope that he will change it. I'm hoping, and I'm taking it game by game.
So who are you supporting? Are you supporting INEOS or are you supporting Ten Hag? Who are you actually supporting?
Yeah, but what? Yeah, but no, but this is what.
But this in both, Rhino. Indirectly, I'm supporting both.
But how do you know they've made a decision though? Realistically, you don't know.
Well, they've kept him. I think in my mind, how I'm thinking about it, Rhino. they should have made that decision 2 weeks ago. They had a perfect time frame where they should have in the last 2 weeks. We should
That's
have a
your
new manager
opinion,
right
though. We're emotional fans. That's we don't know what they're doing.
I'll be
Yeah,
real.
maybe that's coping for me.
No, but
Rhino,
listen,
he said,
no,
yeah,
but hold on, listen, no.
Once he said he has
Let me hear
hope.
what Danny's got to say.
Wait. He said he has hope. I didn't say nothing back to him, Rhino. That tells me he's got nothing logical to put forward. He knows he's
It's just hope.
praying.
Yeah.
He's just praying.
You see
I
this
just
guy.
leave
Roulette
Marcel
machine.
alone. I
You need
can't
to
get
stop
onto
the
man
roulette
that's got
machine,
hope.
Marcel, man. It's not good
I
for
can't
you.
get onto man that's got hope. I need to leave him to it. But what's the point of me getting onto it? He's got hope.
Yeah, it's got
He's
hope.
not
That's good.
Leave him to it, man.
Blind
I
hope.
appreciate it.
Blind
There's
hope.
nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Doesn't mean that I'm anything else or I'm a liar or I'm this or that. It doesn't matter.
No, you might be a liar,
support the
but
club.
like,
I'm not
it's
trying to
fine.
be the best fan. I'm not trying to be the best fan as well. You
Yeah,
lot
yeah.
are just claiming all this because you're upset that you can't have a way of thinking like me.
Danny, you had a question
That's how
before.
I
Thank God I don't have a way of thinking like you, mate.
Good.
Thank God for that.
Good.
You
Good.
tweeting out, I can't
Say
defend
that at
this.
the beginning. Say that at the beginning. Don't be like Traps. Don't be like yourself. Say that at the beginning.
Don't be
Just
like,
say
don't be
it.
like who? I done been cooking you every other show, man.
You haven't
And
been.
you're the one who
Haven't been.
flip flop.
Haven't been.
Okay, you're
Haven't
the
been.
one who flip flop
No, you
and
haven't
can't
been.
stick to your opinion.
Ten Hag
You
stayed.
cannot stick to your opinion. Just
No.
say that.
No. When
I
Ten Hag
never change my opinion. My opinion stands. You're emotionally unstable because you cannot stick to an opinion. You change your opinion in 2 hours, bro. I proved it.
That's
Live
wrong.
on show.
No, it wasn't 2 hours. But
You know what's bad, yeah? Danny, you had a question before. I don't know if you forgot that question. You had a question
For who?
before.
For who?
For I think general, everyone. I think there was a question you were going to ask everyone.
And I was going to ask myself something, but he answered the question, innit? But since you put me on the spot, I just want to get the panel's thoughts on Xerxes. I'm just curious.
I know what some people think about him, but they're not going to really say their real opinion.
Why not? It's Mandem talk. Say your real opinion.
So wait, what? Danny, when you asked, it's too. Don't you think it's too early to answer that question?
You can give,
In my opinion.
Listen, listen, yeah.
initial thoughts on Xerxes. I'll rephrase it.
Listen, I haven't seen enough football from Xerxes, but like I said, what these men say he does, they think that's the team plays better. However, I don't think that's important at this present moment in time. I need to see more of Xerxes before I have a decision of him. But I'm not going to say that he's a bad player or a good player. That's my opinion. I'm not one of these men that watch reels and say, you know what, this guy's hard or whatever. I haven't seen generally enough play, enough minutes from Xerxes at any club to turn around and say he's a good or bad player. And that's the honest opinion of mine.
I agree with that.
I think he's a good player. I think he can play the false nine really well. I think he's really technical for his frame and his height. He looks like he needs to get into the box a lot more in terms of just, being in that 6-yard area and doing the tap-in finishes. But the way he connects play looks really good. He needs to be a bit more physical in his duels as well, and maybe in his aerial ability needs to be a lot better improved as well. But he's got a lot of potential. I think he's got a lot of potential. Ten Hag said that with Marcel, we played some of our best football, I think, in the first season. And Xerxes' kind of style kind of looks like that. The way he connects play, he can drop off the forward line into the midfield line, quick passes, first time passes. He looks like a decent player, just not a Man United player. Maybe we want a traditional number 9 type player.
I think it's hard to judge players under this manager anyway, man. To be honest, every player comes to this club and they fail, or the players that have potential. Even look at Kobe; these guys are getting finished, bro. You can't judge none of these players under this manager in this environment. You can't.
Right, do you know this is my issue with the Xerxes signing, not so much with him, but the signing. So I had Martial, Greenwood, and Rashford, and people weren't happy with it because they want Rashford to be Siamese, not or whatever. If Sancho was going to come in and bench Rashford, it'd be those 3. Cool. So now you're telling me I'm starting again, and I have a striker who can do one thing that Martial does and nothing else. That's what I'm starting with. Because he can't carry the ball. He's not a good finisher. He's not going to interchange positions and be dynamic. He can't run in behind. He does one thing.
What we signed him?
You know what I'm saying to you, Saeed?
I get you. But what did you assume? What was your expectation from Xerxes when he initially came to the club?
No. This is what I expected. He's gonna take him time, and it's not gonna happen under this coach. You know what it is?
So you like Rasmus as a more polished striker for a starting.
Faz to send a Twitter Spaces, YouTube. Don't be meaty. So the point I'm making, Saeed, is you see with Xerxes, A player like him means we need what we had from Greenwood and Rashford out wide. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, thank you.
That's basically.
Absolutely.
I'm a problem solver. I think about the team now. So now I have a player who does one thing Martial does. So I now need this from my wide players. And I'll be real with you, sir. I said this was. I don't really see that in any of our wide players. I don't trust Rashford. Garnacho looks like he's going backwards under this coach. And I don't think Ahmad and the others have that in them anyway. So I'm saying to you. So it's like, it's not a bad signing. It's just, I don't see the, I don't. Bro, we got a guy who does one thing that Martial did. With wide forwards, who don't score goals. It's weird. It's just weird to be in this place where we had Martial, Greenwood, Rashford, Sancho come in, and now we're starting with this. It's just weird. It just feels funny.
I'm with you. I think for me, it's one of them where I think it comes down to the combinations. Like football is all about chemistry, innit? Like you look at Jackson up front, yeah, but look at the players around him, innit? You know what I mean? You've got Cole Palmer, even a Madueke. Let's be honest, man. You know what I mean? They've got players that are running off them. You know, off
No,
him.
but Jackson's dynamic. He's
dynamic, but I'm just saying, though, innit? Like,
different.
I'm talking about the combinations. It works for him. The combinations around him work for him. Right now, let's be honest. What combination are we seeing? We got a Rashford who, let's be honest, he's hot and cold. Garnacho's game isn't there. Ahmad, for me, he's good in possession, but lacks that killer instinct, and the manager don't trust him. So then you got a player that doesn't really believe in himself as much. Who else? Anthony is being casted aside. No faith in the manager. Nothing. Who else is out there? We don't have the quality up front. We don't.
Not only that, we don't have a front three that we can say this front three as a unit works.
There you go.
This front three as a unit clicks. And that's why I posed the question is, does he prefer Rasmus over Xerxes to be starting?
No. Do you know what it is, Baz? I'd be real. I prefer those two together. I would bank on Xerxes.
You're not gonna see that.
No, but I'd bank on those two working better together than, and you know me, Faz, I like some of these wide players we have, but I just have to look at the reality of the situation. Like, we're probably best going to a 3-4-3 and having those two in there. I don't care what happens to the rest of the front line. I actually don't care. I don't give a fuck. I know Xerxes can hold the ball up, and I know Højlund can finish. The rest of them, Faz, you can't guarantee me nothing. From any of those wide plays, you can't guarantee me one thing. Creativity, goals, link play, you can't guarantee me shit from any of them. Xerxes and Højlund, I can guarantee two things.
Yeah.
But I think nobody would disagree with that. But it's just, I don't think the manager is gonna do that at all. Never, actually.
Yeah, but this manager is a clown. Like, other than a diamond against Brighton and whenever Burnley, has he changed the formation? The guy don't change.
And Brighton, he was forced because Anthony was suspended.
Yeah. And put Erik's in the midfield, but you don't, like, 3-4-3 kind of makes sense for some of these players. I'm just telling you now. It makes sense.
You have to drop certain players out, and that ain't gonna happen.
I think playing Rasmus and Xerxes together would benefit Xerxes a lot more than it would benefit probably Rasmus, because he would have that type of striker focal point to play off. And I think Xerxes playing in the middle, the wingers that we have now, I can excuse, for example, Rashford for a second, but on the right hand side, we definitely need a way better winger to be bringing out more out of Rasmus as well, because players complement each other, and I don't think there is a player on that side of the pitch that's complementing Xerxes' abilities and the fundamentals that he's good at.
You see my point though, Faz? I'm not gonna get that. See me, I believe in coaching. I think a better coach can make a natural better man, but none of that's happening, Faz. Just what I'm saying to you. So I have to go with what I can guarantee. We ain't getting nothing from these wide players under this manager. Just telling you now, you ain't getting nothing. Zero. His old player Anthony declined under him. Rashford's been our best forward. That tells you everything you need to know. Go that way.
Ahmad started the season okay, but he's not really hit pace, and he's not really had a lot of games, continuous games to play as well. The last game, for example, international break, just before the international break, I was expecting Ahmad to play because it's international break straight after, but he didn't play, and he's doing this rotation. And what's making me think is, if you're doing the rotation, why are you doing it so early on in the season anyways? That's one. And two, you didn't want to do rotation first season. You were notoriously known for not doing rotation. So now all of a sudden you're doing rotations in Premier League games, which as well doesn't make sense. You're supposed to do it in cup games.
Faz, they're carrying injuries, Faz. Ahmad has a little injury. Garnacho has it in. All these men are carrying. Let me even get into it because Marcel will get upset. Let me not even bring it up. But
Yeah, Marcel will try to bring up injuries again. You know what I mean? Even though
I
this
don't want to
man,
get into that.
Which player is ever 100%
Now,
fit?
I've been saying that there's injuries. I've been
But
saying
the
that there's
yeah,
rotation-
but
injuries.
who's playing him for injury?
He has to
Pardon?
rotate, but none of the combinations are working, fans. That's the point, isn't it?
This manager's useless, bro. And people can blame players all they want here, but look at the structure that's been put in front of them, man. It's absolute garbage, bro. Like nobody knows how many guaranteed goals we're gonna get now. We have scored one Premier League goal at home. You know how mad that is.
Like, it's not about the look, Saeed. Do we score from set pieces? No.
No,
Barely.
Do we score? We don't even score from counter attacks.
that's alarming as well.
That used to be the box.
And if we do have any counter-attacking threat, it is just one side of the pitch,
Yeah,
which is Marcus's side. That's it. You can't
Marcus'
expect
side.
the same from Ahmad or especially Garnacho anyways, because they won't be fast enough.
no
to
counter
bring the
attack. We
counters.
don't do cutbacks. We don't do the back post thing for a tap in. We don't. There's nothing there, bro. Like there's nothing.
There's not a signature way of Manchester United scoring goals with these players. Like every other team would have like a signature way. We don't have a signature way of scoring goals, and set pieces would have helped a lot because set pieces, especially at home. You could.
So we know another,
If you have Maguire's in the pitch, then yeah, but we don't.
no, do you know, another thing as well. I said this last time I was on as well. Yeah, is the whole playing out from the back stuff. Yeah, last season they was talking about, he doesn't trust Maguire, doesn't trust him. So that's why he does what he does. This season you're seeing the same things again. When did we play out from the back, bro? What is that?
Bro.
He did that a couple games ago, was he not? Correct me if I'm wrong.
You know
He
what
did
it
that
is?
with.
No, I disagree. Yo, traps. We are playing out from the back. Guess what? It's not making no difference.
Yeah, he did.
It's not
He
making no
definitely did.
difference. That's all it is, traps. Because there's 20 other things we need to be good at. That's why I don't think fans are. There's 20 different things we need to be good at. Even the pressing that
crazy.
Marcel was hanging his hat on. You know, if you press here and you win the ball back and you score, the most goals City scored from that last season was 14 goals. You need 70 other ways to score goals. You know what I'm saying to you? So even if we get that right, traps, we still got 20 other things we need to improve on.
Yep.
We're playing that from the back just fine.
I went to watch flipping.
It's just not
I
enough.
went to watch the first game of the season. I didn't see this guy putting the ball out of play, bro. So, do you know what I'm saying? So I don't really.
It's crazy.
I don't really see the big change.
He doesn't even know his best midfield three.
Even for example, right? Even for example, before the Palace game when we did the review, I remember specifically Nurdin saying that their fullback on the left-hand side will be doing the cutback. And he has scored a lot of goals. I don't know if any of you remember when Nurdin said that. And funnily enough, they did, and that was their best chance of the game. So clearly, Crystal Palace, teams like that, teams in the lower half of the table still have a signature way of them creating chances that they replicate game in, game out. But we don't. We really don't know at what point and what phase of play we're going to be looking like we can score a goal. Do you know what I'm saying? We don't have that sort of player as well, other than hoping Rashford's random knuckleball or bullet shots just go in. That's it.
You know what it is as well?
Yeah,
that's where the confidence comes from as well. Because a lot of the time people go, the players are not good enough. They have no foundation or basis to be confident with. At least we see it in every, it's all good if we was in a league and we was like, there's no other teams who have a basic system. But we're seeing it every single week with the most basic teams, isn't it, Saeed? We were talking about it last season that Luton Town have a system. Do you know what I mean? They came and bopped us, innit, with their system. So system's key, man.
Yeah, but
if I may, it's also the very simple things in football that teams do simple. Just they're able to find each other without having to struggle and look around the pitch where my colleagues are. That's another thing I find very weird. We do this every so often, every random game where we look like, oh, you know what, we started the first half well, but why can we not consistently do that? Second half we start games and we're not keeping the same tempo.
We only do that at home. We start at home. The fans are loud for 10 minutes every
10
game.
minutes.
Man United, they run, and it looks like we started well, and then we concede, bruv. That's what happens, and then we fall apart. We need to cut the crap in it. This is just what it is. A coach's job is to get the ball from the goalkeeper to the edge of the opponent's box, and then the players kind of have to do something in it. This is what Ten Hag, and then this is what Van Gaal done. He coached us to get the ball to the final third, and then our players didn't do what they needed to do. That's why we couldn't score goals. That's all that happened, bro. We haven't had a coach since then, bro. Really, if we're being honest. And when I mean coach, I mean someone who coaches players. Jose don't coach the players. He coaches the team. He doesn't improve individual players. He knows how to set up a team, and then the players have to work it out. That's what Thomas Tuchel does. That's what a lot of these managers do. We haven't had a proper coach, someone that's going to coach players and teach them the game like their children, because this is what Rashford needs. This is what a lot of these guys need, because their actual understanding of the game, and technical level, some of them, is of children, even though they're supposed to be experienced players. A lot of these guys are clueless. When they get into certain areas of the pitch, they don't know how to make the right decisions. They're making the decisions that you'd expect of a child, not of experienced top-class footballers, because they're not. Do you know what I mean? Garnacho plays football like he's a child. Rashford plays football like he's a child. Ahmad plays like a grown-up. Rasmus plays like he's a child. Do you know what I'm saying? This is the problem. A lot of these men, the decision-making is not there. And decision-making is what differentiates shit players from good players and good players from great players, bro. It's making the right decision.
I don't think Marcus plays like a child. I wouldn't agree with that.
He plays like a child.
Some of his movements is not like a child.
His decision
making of just keeping the ball to keep it is not playing like an adult. It's not playing like an adult. Just keeping the ball to keep it.
Bruv, there's no such thing as keeping the ball to keep the ball, because
there is.
No, there isn't. Like, what do you mean keeping it to keep it? No. Getting the ball and trying to run past your player every time you get it and losing that duel 99 times out of 100 is not mature.
That's not what Rashford does.
No one can convince me that that's mature.
But that's not what Rashford does. Rashford is better than Ahmad. Ahmad ain't done nothing to show that he's more mature than Rashford.
Rashford does, bro. His decision making is his worst attribute.
I don't disagree, but I'm trying to understand.
What attribute does he have worse than his decision making?
How is Ahmad in his career showed he's a more mature football player than Rashford? He hasn't. That's cap. He hasn't.
When he's got the ball, he does every week.
It's not cap, bro, because anyone...
Because he protects the football and passes it sideways, he's more mature.
Passes it sideways.
He tries to make things happen, man.
Bro, he's isolated.
Ahmad sideways. What Ahmad does, bro?
3-1. When do you see Ahmad in a situation
brother,
you don't even see that.
If you watch Ahmad Diallo and you watch Marcus Rashford, how many times do you see Ahmad just run into a player and lose the ball?
It can happen, but not as much as Rashford. But I don't mean he's more mature.
Brother,
he's a different type of football player.
No, it's understanding when to take the risk, bro. Lamine Yamal is 17 years old. He understands when to pass and when to dribble.
He's different, generational. Different.
He's not different, bro. Like, yes, he's a generational talent, but the point is, mature players understand that just because you have something, it doesn't mean you need to use it all the time, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Rashford's got this one kick and run down the line, and he tries it every time.
He's not even a kick and run. He nutmegs, man. The way you man shit on Rashford,
he nutmegs a man once every 10 games, bro.
The way people shit on Rashford is crazy.
Stop talking about Marcus Rashford like he's.
Do you know what?
He's not, bruv. He don't nutmeg man every game. More times he kicks the ball down the line and runs it out.
He's not a kick and run player. Listen, you know what it is? This is what bothers me.
What is he then? I don't get. What sort of player is he?
Look, Saeed, this is what I'm
Let me hear Danny. I want to hear what sort of player he is.
Saeed, when I see any of these wingers, Sancho, Ahmad, Garnacho, whoever they are, do more than Rashford in the Man United shirt, is when I'll talk about them positively and him negatively. None of these guys have done what he's done in Man United shirt. That's why I'm not hearing any of this.
Yeah, but what about sample size in games and stuff like that? Because he's had so many games this year.
None of them.
Like season after season.
Yeah, but even when Rashford broke through with his signature ability to be running past players and scoring.
More games for Man United than David
Some
Beckham.
players are more
exactly.
direct.
That's what I'm saying. Say that again, Rams. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know what it is? Some players are more direct, more aggressive. Some players are more nuanced. One isn't more mature. It's about what's effective. And what I can't stand is, listen, I had high hopes for Man at the start of the season. High hopes.
No, we're not going to do this effective thing, bro. This guy averages 8 goals a season, bruv. And this guy, his take-ons are not effective. Because when we're talking about, when you're looking at the Premier League take-on numbers this season, and Rashford started most of the games, where's Rashford in that?
No. Rashford's in decline. Rashford is not the best version of himself.
No. Just answer the question. I said, where is Rashford when it comes to successful take-ons in the league? Where is Rashford?
What, this season?
Yeah, where is he?
Over his career.
This season, where is he?
No, because I'm talking. Listen, I'm talking peak Rashford.
No, but bro, where is he though? No, but bro, where is he though?
I don't know where he is, but I'm talking peak Rashford.
He's nowhere. I've seen the
I'm
list.
talking peak Rashford. This idea that Ahmad is a more mature football player, I'm not having that. He ain't done
I
nothing.
mean, when you look at it though, his ability on the ball and the way he protects the ball and the way he's
more
positioned,
technically
he is the
gifted.
more mature player than
Saeed,
Rashford.
he's more technically gifted. Yes. He's more skillful. Yes. He keeps it simple. But you know what it is, Saeed? If you're not being effective and impacting the outcome of the football match, I don't give a fuck. Because the greatest players
That's not maturity, though.
Saeed, wait. This is what bothers me with Man United fans in 2024. I grew up with players who did both. They were technically secure, they knew to keep it simple, but they had to affect the outcome of a game, and do individual minutes when they needed to. You man praise these players today who keep it simple and don't show up. I can't stand that. So it bothers me. I can't
I'd rather have that.
Hold on.
That way than the record.
Yeah, but
Listen,
no,
you know what?
how can you talk like
It
that and then
bothers
talk
me.
about players showing up, and
It
you're
bothers
talking
me.
about Rashford, bruv?
Rashford
Like,
has showed
brother,
up in the Man United shirt.
Hey, bro, let's not do this, because Rashford's played like 10,000 games for the club,
Their games.
Do you know what I'm saying? And when you look at my man, the milestones ain't milestoning the way they're supposed to. Do you know what I'm saying? This brother he should be our captain. He's been at the club so long, he should have a statue, and he's done nothing. So we're not gonna do all this, bro. Like it's not just about the technical ability of Ahmad and all of these other things, bro. Decision making comes with maturity. As you get older as a man, you're supposed to fuck up less in life in general, away from football. The guy's 27 years old. And he's still doing the same shit he did at 17.
I hear all of that. I'm just not going to.
And you're telling me that he's a mature footballer? He's not mature.
Hold on. I hear all of that. Let me be clear, innit? I would have sold Rashford 2 seasons ago. I don't think he's been good. That's not the point I'm making.
Well, if you want to sell him, you can't have an argument for if you want to sell him.
Traps. No, I can. I tell you, I'm being very clear what my problem is. I'm not having people, prop up an Ahmad and shit on a Rashford. I'm just not having it. Simple. I'm just not having it.
I think I'm just not having it. No, I don't know. Listen, it's not about shitting on him because
I'm not having it.
It's not an unfair statement to say what Rance has said, And I think what Rance is saying is that at this present moment in time, when you want to change from counter-attack football to possession-based football, who would you trust to play on the wing?
To have more control.
Rashford or Ahmad. Then have more control. Be Ahmad. Why? Because he's more responsible. Which means you're more mature. Not to say he's more mature in all aspects of football, but in terms of what you're trying to do here, in the modern day game, Ahmad should be more trusted because of in his small career at United than Rashford. However, Rashford's biggest problem for me, is you can say all of this, Rashford doing nutmegs, this, that, and the other, shots, whatever, goals, whatever, but the problem that Rashford's always had and struggled with his whole career is consistency. That is what it is. If Rashford, because when Rashford was consistent, and he scored his 30 plus goals, if he would have carried it and stood on business for another season, this conversation about Rashford wouldn't be happening right now. So at the end of the day, Rashford he's got to a point where he's 27 now. He has to look at himself and say, bro, at the end of the day, even if I don't get a goal, even if I don't think, I have to give a certain level as a senior member of the squad, a senior member that's of the starting 11. I have to give a performance that the fans look at me and say, yeah, we played shit, but you know what? Rashford gave his best. We don't see that every game.
He doesn't give that. He doesn't actually give that.
I have one question for you, Traps. One question. Who's been our best winger this season?
I mean,
you would argue Rashford has been probably the most.
So Saeed,
it's not clear though. It's not clear though.
Hold on.
Then again, but we scored 1 goal this season.
It's not clear.
I'm not really here to do all of this.
Who scored 1 goal?
Let me answer the question.
Exactly, Amad Diallo.
Let me answer the question. Yeah.
And Amad Diallo's been dropped every game, by the way. So that's another factor for Amad Diallo.
Let me answer the question.
How's Garnacho been performing as well, by the way?
Wait,
he's been awful.
Can I answer the question? Can I answer the question?
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, you saying who's been our best winger this season? We are 14th.
That's what
shit.
Bro.
This is why I love Traps, man.
Wait.
Shit.
Say that again. They're all shit.
They're all fucking shit.
Thank you.
They've all been shit this fucking
I'd rather
season.
you tell me they're all shit than tell me Ahmad is this and Rashford is that. I'm happy.
But what happened to arguing about
Ahmad
That's not the reason why we're having an argument.
Ahmad has not played the minutes that
I'll take that.
any of the others have played. He's
we're
been dropped
talking about-
in our bigger games, bro. And to be honest, as a footballer, it's not even comparable, them two. I'll be honest. It's a disrespect, bro. As a footballer, Marcus Rashford is so overrated. It's crazy. And even though Ahmad, I've always said, Ahmad ain't done enough in the game, not his fault, by the way. He hasn't done enough in the game. For instance, when we were getting linked with Elise, a man was saying, but what about Ahmad? Nah, bro, listen. Ahmad ain't done nothing in the game for me to not sign Elise to protect him. And I'm a big fan of Ahmad. But at the end of the day, we've seen Ahmad smash it in the championship. He has not got anything in the Premier League. He's got no legacy in the Premier League. He has to build that.
He hasn't been given a chance though by the manager.
Exactly. He hasn't been given a chance. Is he going to be able to build that in this system with this manager? It's going to be difficult. But one thing I know is as a footballer, just with my eyes, I can see he has way more than Rashford, Garnacho, Anthony, and all these men have all together.
I agree. That's why I don't even think things like that, by the way. Like the manager's not been making certain decisions with certain players. Like Ahmad should be getting played way more.
I'm not hearing that shit, Marcel. What are you going to say?
Danny, what you have to remember is,
what did he say, Danny?
Conversation. We was talking about attributes, We're talking about attributes of players, You're talking about who's the best,
No.
So
no.
But, you're saying that who's been our best,
So look, traps. This is what guys do, You've got a particular type of football player like Ahmad and a guy like Rashford. And one would say one's mature, one isn't, For me, traps, it's very, very simple. Unless you know how to apply your game at the top level, I'm not hearing any of that shit. Do you know what I'm saying to you? You can be technically secure, play in tight spaces. You know there's guys in League One that are technically secure. Why aren't they playing in the Premier League?
So what are you saying?
That's not how football works, though, man.
I don't care about any of that shit.
That's not how football works.
I'm trying to understand what he's trying to say here. It's what he's trying to say. So what you're saying is that basically Ahmad, at the top level, you haven't seen enough from him. Is that what you're saying?
No, we ain't seen enough yet. That's it.
He hasn't had the chance as well.
Okay, cool. No, hold on.
Yeah, like I said, he hasn't had the chance. Ten Hag's been shaking him a little bit. I can't lie.
Get to that in a second, Marcel.
Hold on.
Nah, I hear you.
Wait. So do you think he's had enough minutes to show you?
No, he needs
two questions.
No,
Two questions. That's the first one.
Yeah.
The second question is, is do you think he's done enough with the minutes he's got, to warrant the opportunity?
Bro, the team shit. So of course, what type of obviously he's performing?
I'd say
Obviously, if one guy ain't performing, you can get in the team. That's fine. Let me say this: at the start of the season, he got enough minutes, and he was declining. Then he's come out of the team, and people are hanging on to him being out of the team. Overall, this season, he's had enough minutes to show me more, and that's a fact.
Bro, listen,
that's a fact.
I would say
that's a fact. He's had enough minutes.
I don't agree, because you know what the funny thing is,
10, 15 games.
The funny thing is, he got dropped for the Liverpool game, and then when he came on, he was our best player.
Yeah.
Like obviously, like not even like a little bit. It was so obvious that he was our best player. Like this guy needs a run of games, and also it will help build his confidence because, believe it or not, even if you're talented, you still need that. You still need to know that no matter what, this manager is going to pick
you need
me.
confidence. 100%.
He doesn't have that. He's been dropped for our two biggest games of the season. Yeah.
Can I just say, Rance, as well? Sorry, just quickly, not just dropped, but it's almost like if he has a bad game, he knows he's going to get dropped, so he's always on edge.
He's getting Jadon Sancho'd right in front of our eyes, bruv, and that's what's happening. And people are pretending like they don't fucking see it. This is
do you know what the maddest part about is as well, right? If man can sit here and say certain things, about Rashford, and say some mad stuff about Rashford, if man really wanted to. But I'm not really on that, because if we go back to Rashford a few years ago, it was only a few years ago when he was rubbing Mbappe's head like he was that guy, bro. So where's that guy gone?
Bro, it's gone because you know what happened?
Where's that guy
Yo,
gone?
Saeed, do me a favor, Saeed.
Yeah.
Saeed, how many games has Ahmad started in the league this season, Saeed?
That's one. No, wait.
This season.
Wait, and that's one thing,
He's
And the
played
second
like
thing
2 or
is
5
yeah,
or something.
listen,
3 or 5 or something like that. If we've had 5 games.
this is the next thing that United fans will do. Yeah, this is what they'll do. Yeah, because Ahmad, if I'm not mistaken, Ahmad's in his last
last year of his contract.
Can they not do an extension? Have they not got an extension in there?
I don't think so.
No, this is
what
the
will
last
happen is, what will happen is, his agent will probably tell him, listen, run that shit down, yeah, because these men are taking the piss. They kept this manager and he's not got no faith in you. Run it down. We'll get you a big deal somewhere else. He'll go somewhere else and cook, and everyone will be like, oh, we should have kept him. Oh, we should have done this and we should have done that. These are the things that you need to be looking at because Rashford, I'm not being funny enough. We should have been looking. Rashford's replacement ideally was Sancho. Yeah, you don't let this manager. You didn't make noise when this manager was doing what he's doing because this guy, by the way, has gone to Chelsea to go do battle with 50 man. 50 man. They got a gang. They got a gang over there.
Well.
They got a gang over there. 50 man up. And he's cooking over there with the gang.
And then, hey, bro, that man said that Sancho don't take on his man. Now he's got the best take on the whole league, you know. The whole league.
Say that again, man. Say that.
They said Sancho don't take on his guy. Now he's got the best take on stats in the whole fucking league, bro. Going and playing in a different team with a different manager. You see what confidence?
He's always had good take on stats, and he's always had good stats.
Yeah, but bro, you see what? But what you're saying makes sense. But what I'm saying is this was the narrative, bro. The point is, yeah, when you have a manager that knows how to utilize you, trusts you, and respects you, it's a different ball game, bro. Because the thing is, now he succeeded everywhere else but here now. Because he succeeded at Dortmund, he's succeeding, and he will continue to succeed at Chelsea.
And I told man, I told man from the beginning, yeah. From the 3 games, yeah, where Anthony frauded us with the 3 goals in the first 3 games.
Yeah.
That one's called the Great Free Fraud. That one there, yeah. Where he thought we signed the Brazilian, the new Brazilian thing. Yeah, when he came here and done what he did, yeah. But I'm telling you now, that is the sword that Ten Hag will die on because the reality of it is, yeah, he tried to replace Sancho from the minute he came in.
He did. He didn't even give him a chance.
And on top of that, yeah, the number 7 shirt, that was another thing as well, yeah. When he went and gave it to that flipping scrub that from Chelsea and that, yeah.
Yeah.
So when it's all said and done, people want to turn around and say about even Danny, you were saying about what Sancho's done and what this one's done. Bro, go and look at what Sancho has done as a footballer for every other club but here, yeah. And tell me.
I don't need to. I already know.
So these man,
Danny knows.
I already know.
Cool.
I was campaigning for him to come to Man United. I already know.
All right, cool. So all of this talk about Rashford and these and the other. Rashford, when Sancho landed on the door, Rashford should have blown him out the water, mate. If he was that guy, should have blown him out the water and said, "Listen, bro, you're not starting over me. You gotta go over on the right. You're on the right, G."
You mean Sancho should have done that?
Sancho didn't get the opportunity to do that.
Rashford should have raised his level, innit?
You mentioned Ten Hag. Where Ten Hag dropped the ball, I don't really like the play comparison thing like that. Ten Hag's best front 3 in that season was Sancho left, Rashford through the middle, and Anthony right wing. And what he should have done is just remove Rashford from the equation and then put someone else up top. That was it. That was our best front 3 that season. Anything you saw from Anthony, trust me, Sancho's on the other wing. I promise you. And Rashford was up top. All those games you're talking about. You know what I'm saying to you? But that's on Erik Ten Hag. One thing I'd say to you, Traps, is what happened to Sancho at Man United? What's going on? Because if he's going to land at Chelsea, you need to ask yourself what's going on at Man United that he can't land at Man United. That's what you need to ask yourself.
Because our club is absolutely shit, mate. Our club is dead. Yeah, they get people through the door, yeah, players through the door, and they don't perform. People turn around and say it's the manager. People turn around and say they get paid too much money.
He'll be back, bro. Bruv, it's not just the manager; it's the culture. It's everything. The club's rotten, bro. Like exactly. I don't know why people are trying to pretend like it's not that, bro. Do you know what I mean? Even when you look at how Maresca speaks, he's a man that knows what he wants. He called Jadon and he said, "Listen, I want you at the club. You're my kind of player. You're going to play. You're my left winger, bro." That's all he needed to hear.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's all he needed to hear. Exactly. And then he's cut through.
Exactly.
And he's cut through and he's cooked immediately. You got man of the match in his first game, bruv. Or you have a new manager that comes in, decides to bring in a guy in your position and just doesn't like you for no reason because he just don't like you. Bro, he was destined to fail. He was destined to fail.
No, and another thing as well, yeah, with the Sancho thing. This Maresca guy, yeah, was so on, making this guy. Because at the end of the day, you have to remember, first, if you want a player and a player's coming, right, cool, I can get Sancho. The first thing he's going to do is going to ring his City friends and say, listen, what do you know about this player? He can do this and do this. But I tell you something, you got to put him underneath your wing. Yeah, otherwise you're not going to get nothing out of him. You have to make him your guy. You have to make him feel wanted and whatnot. He took all that on board to the point where man sitting down there saying about, I remember him, like getting Sancho talking about, I remember man from City days and that, and he wasn't even there. Yeah, these men are locked in. That's what you call locked in. These men are locked in, bro. Yeah.
Did you believe?
You know what it is? You know what it is, Traps. Yeah. This is the realization I've come to in Man United, which is why I don't do the prop for some of these finesse players. Yeah, it's what I learned about this football club. As we go on this journey to get back where we need DIY players. That's what you man don't understand.
Oh, yeah, of course.
These guys do not land here because you need to get 10, 11 other players to get them to do what they need to do.
And then you slot your gems in afterwards.
I don't agree with that.
And before you get
I think you might need a bit of both, but I do.
And before you
I don't agree with that at all.
These guys suffer. You see, all these guys suffer. All the players that fit in that mold of Sancho, they all suffer. The DIY guys last a little bit longer. Do you know what I'm saying to you? That's
the
issue.
Yeah, but I understand your reasoning. I understand what you're saying, but I don't agree with your reasoning. The reason why we need these DIY guys is because there's no system of play and there's not a proper coach.
Thank you.
I know this. I know.
Yeah, but that's the only reason. This is why players like Bruno will stand out in a team, bro, because amongst chaos, certain players can play in chaos, bro. Bruno's one of them because he's a chaotic player. Rashford can play in chaos because he's a chaotic player. He doesn't even know what he's going to do. So players like that will always thrive in chaos, bro. This is the thing. And then when the team's not chaotic and it's organized, these players stand out as the players that aren't good enough. This is always what happens. But the point is, we have a manager.
But we haven't got there.
We haven't got there because we haven't had a manager. We have the wrong coach, bro.
No, do you know what I think? Do you know what I think?
It's not just the coach.
One second, changed it into a system, though.
One of the things we don't do,
any half decent coach could do that, bro.
You know what it is, Marcel?
We've been saying that for 10 years, Rant. We've been saying
no.
Marcel,
I'm not taking the
sign
piss.
better football players every single summer. We don't sign better players. You know what I'm saying?
We've been saying this for 10 years. If you don't give a manager, long enough.
One at a time.
In Ten Hag,
you don't give a manager long enough to create the system, guys.
Bro, this guy's had
what?
Way long enough.
This bringing manager into it.
Hey, put this guy in the
what, man?
Carry on.
Hey guys, look. If we look at it, if we look at it,
He said he
don't give managers long enough. If we look at it, whether you liked it or not, LVG's football was the most coherent football we've played at this club.
Yeah,
everyone knew what we were doing
agree.
from the youth team all the way up. Our youth team won everything.
We didn't give him long enough, though.
But bro, the point is, that's what a team looks like when it's coached. Clear identity. Nobody's arguing at who's playing where at what because we knew.
We didn't even like the football.
Jose comes in
about it.
Jose went to a completely different style. This is this is where the lack of structure fucked us because from a Van Gaal, you go and you get another manager that wants to play possession football. But they went and got Jose, who plays sit behind the ball, counter-attacking football. And then they went and they got Oli, who basically emulated the Jose thing. And then when he wanted to take us into possession football, he realized that one, he didn't have the players. And two, he couldn't really coach it. So then he was put in. Ralph was an interim manager. He's a system manager. He is a system manager. But because he was the part-time guy, no one weren't listening to him. So they rubbed him out. Fine. Yeah. And then you go and get Ten Hag, who was supposed to give me Van Gaal 2.0 Dutch manager. And instead, he's coming doing bullshit, bro. So it's not hard. Get any decent coach. You could get Ireola. You could get fucking Frank. You could get
Frank. Come on.
You could get any decent coach, bro. You don't have to be a world beater to get this Man United team playing better.
They're not listening to Frank. They're not listening to Frank. Do you know what it is? What people?
No, but the bar is very low. My point is,
I get you.
Anyone getting and playing coherent football improves the team, massively. Because this Manchester United squad is playing at less than 40% of his capabilities. I promise you.
We know this.
Do you know what as well? You see with LVG as well, I remember going to watch Man United Newcastle, But furthermore, before that, I went and watched the MK Dons. We got pumped 4-0. I think that was his first. Was that one of his first games in charge or something?
When they had Dele Alli.
Yeah. We went and watched that game. And then I went and watched Newcastle, United Newcastle, it was a 0-0, yeah. These man passed side to side for the whole game, yeah. These man, and to the point where Schweinsteiger was our best player, yeah, by far, in terms of attacking play, yeah. But you know what someone said to me? Someone said to me, bro, these men are being coached on the fucking on the pitch. They're being coached on the pitch. This is what they're doing. This will only it will be tedious, but at the same time, we will see it get better and better and better. Yeah, but you're seeing them man getting coached because LVG knew what he was doing. These men can't do what I want them to do, so they need to learn it. They need to learn.
And that's what I said. He coached them like they're children, bro.
Yeah.
Like he did. Like even before the games, he had them in the formation, passing the ball in the directions that the ball was gonna move in the game, and we saw it because we used to get to the game early. The man was set up in the formation.
Yeah, I know.
But you know, this is the myth, though. Side.
It was like
I did come on here and I warned people Ten Hag's not Spanish. People thought he was Spanish.
Yeah, no, you did.
And I told people what he was going to do. I just thought it would work. Side. That's all it is. But that's a particular type of manager that you need. Ten Hag has a system. That's what people have. This is a misconception. He has a system.
It just doesn't work.
It's just not working.
That's what it is. And it's not.
It just don't work. And he's confusing the players. Too much rotation, too much instructions, blah blah blah. But you know what it is. My issue, Saeed, is I don't know what INEOS believe in, and we're gonna find out. And that's what I'm waiting for.
That's what their next appointment is, and they can't rush that, bro.
I don't know what they believe.
Can I ask a question to everyone? Yeah.
Saeed, if all they cared about was possession football, and wanted a manager who could coach the team, to get 65%. You can go find someone who can do that if it's the guy before the guy. I promise you, Saeed, they can find that person. Do you know what I'm saying to you? That's why I think that's not exactly what they're looking for. It's not just that category. It's not.
I don't think they want the guy before the guy. I think that they think that they can find the guy, blood, because talking about 2028. That's not that far away. That's not the guy before the guy.
You can't come up with them mad statements about.
Nah, he might be bullshitting this Barada guy.
No, but 2028 means the next guy has to be the guy. That's what it means. We're going to give him 3 years.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, man. You have to read into these things. Man's turning around saying about 2 years to perform, and in 2028 winning the league. Yeah, winning the league. Bro, there's no way that these men cannot have a guy. They man know what they have to know, because you cannot. It's easy to come out and say that, but what you have to remember is that Barada was a COO at Man City. Yeah, he wasn't CEO.
He wasn't the guy.
He wasn't a CEO. So why is he gonna come out here? Yeah, put his neck on the line in his first CEO job. Yeah, and not be cutthroat, because he knows that this is a step up in his thing. So he seems to me like he's an ambitious guy, because he wouldn't have left Man City to come there anyway. People say, oh yes, more money, this, that, that was better job. But in reality, you're going to be judged more as a COO, as a CEO at United than you are a COO at Man City, because they're going to win what they're going to win, and you're just going to be sitting there coasting. It's an easy job to take. The guy wants to put himself to the test. So why is he going to turn around and say about? They've got to have some. He has to have a plan in his head where he's going to turn around and say, you know what? He might have to call these men and say, you know what? This guy's not good enough. We know this, but this is the guy that we want. Because you have to remember, what you have to remember as well, is if you look at Man City, right? Man City wanted Pep years before he came. So when they got a guy, brought him in. One of his guys brought him in. When they got another guy, brought him in. And then eventually, they went and got what they wanted to do, who they got. Unfortunately, they were still winning leagues. They was winning leagues with Mancini and Pellegrini and that. But we're not at that stage. We was not winning leagues before Ten Hag came. Yeah. So do you understand? But we were still winning trophies, cups here and there, and this is what we was doing that. So in reality, it's the same sort of setting, in my opinion, where they could have this guy, and I believe they should have a guy. But like I said, they're not speaking on it.
Do you know what it is, Traps, as well? Yeah. Do you know what it is? I feel like they've got a plan, but it's just they've got it wrong. They've got it wrong, because I think they kind of, we were speaking about it before we come on stream. Yeah. Part of me feels like they've already wrote off the season, and the other part of me, which is sad, do you know what I mean? It's stupid, do you know what I mean? But I also feel like they thought they could get away with Ten Hag maybe finishing top 6 and not being as bad as it is. Do you know what I mean? And then while they take the time to maybe find the guy, but the reality is we're all losing faith in them.
Is it, by the way, just
Leon, I don't think. Go on, say.
Just a quick question.
They're penny pinching in it. So.
Does anyone believe we're beating Brentford apart from Marcel?
Nah.
No.
I have hope that we'll beat them.
No.
Style-wise,
So can I just sorry, can I just say then? Can I just say? Hold on, sorry, Trav. Can I just say, Marcel? I'm glad that you said you have hope. So is it fair for me to say that it is simply hope is the reason why you are believing in Erik Ten Hag, right? It's simply hope.
Saying that.
It's
Stop
simply
saying
hope.
that. I haven't said that.
Brother, listen, I'm not ready.
Yo, Marcel, I'm gonna agree. I think we're gonna beat Brentford, and the way it will happen is very, very simple. They're not gonna turn up. They're just not gonna turn up, Saeed. Yeah, we'll have a moment from a set piece, or we'll score a goal.
Not set piece. No, not set piece.
Whatever.
No, this is
Basically,
this
Saeed. Yeah, Saeed. They've not done well. They've not done well away from home. It's after international break. It's gonna be like the Villa game. They're not gonna turn up, but because we're at home, we'll nick a goal. Yeah, that's how we're gonna win the game.
What we're saying, the little Maguire headers that we're saying. Crazy.
Maguire's not playing. What was that one? Who remembers that program on Sky Sports here when they had the Harchester United team?
Yeah.
Where what was
Dream team, bro. Dream team.
This man treat like it's a series, like all these things are gonna happen in the game and we're gonna win the game. No, what I saw Brentford the other day. I saw
I got goals in them.
You see the game I like to watch with Brentford, yeah? I like to watch Brentford Man City, yeah? Every time Brentford play Man City, it's always a good game. It might not be high scoring, but it's a good game. Good game. Bro, the way they went the last two games they played against City, yeah, they've lost. My man slipped, and basically the other day that was another goal. I think we bounced over man's head. I don't know, yeah? But they've gone to the Etihad and stuck it to Man City, yeah? They don't care. If they can go to the Etihad and
they've lost.
Bearing in mind,
how many games?
Bearing in mind, you've got man doing flipping, running forward, running back, on set pieces, taking the piss out of man. Who was that? Tottenham. When they were taking a set piece and pretending to take it and then kick. Wasting bare time.
Yeah. Let me tell you something.
You think Brentford respect United?
I do respect us.
They're going to come in and smash, man. They're going to come and smash, man.
Saeed, you know what it was?
It's going to be a Thomas Frank audition.
Man, they were talking like they ain't done it before. Listen, like I said, I like them before. I've gone to Brentford, and before I sat in my seat, it was 1-0 down. Yeah, just remember this shit. So these men are going on like this is something that can't happen. But we don't play better football than Brentford. Like last time,
I was there at the Brentford game. I'm not acting like
McTominay, your boy McTominay.
Possibility that we lose.
Yo, Traps. I'm not saying we're going to play better football. I'm not saying it's going to be a good performance.
Oh, we're going to win it.
No one
scumbag wins.
It wouldn't surprise me if Brentford away from home, because I don't think they've won away from home yet, have they, Saeed?
To be fair though, look at their games away from home.
I know they play Tottenham, Liverpool. I know. I'm well aware, Saeed.
And Man City.
My thing is, after international,
exactly, they're well ready.
Okay, Saeed. Right now. I wouldn't be surprised if after international break they just don't turn up, bro. It just wouldn't surprise me. And we jam
United normally don't do that anyway. After international break, they don't.
It wouldn't surprise me because you know why, Traps? You know why, Traps? Because that's football sometimes, Traps. That's why.
Hold on, Danny. You say that right? You say that right? But how many players in the Brentford team have gone away for international duty?
You'd be surprised.
How many?
You'd be surprised. It don't really. You'd be surprised, and two, I don't really care. They ain't played football for 3 weeks. Sometimes some of these games are just dead.
All right, well,
you know how many games after international break?
Listen, I can't lie, man. It's irrelevant, man. All of these wins are irrelevant.
It's after international break.
They ain't going anywhere. But listen,
hold on, yo, Traps. Why are you so passionate about losing? That's what I need to know.
Saeed said Brentford be a loss.
Wait.
Yeah, of course. It'll be a loss.
The reason why I'm so.
Why is that a shock to you, bro?
I would like to see wins. I'm hoping for wins. I want to see Man United win games.
Of course, no hope for wins, but the reality is we are shit.
Man, we're past all of that now, man.
We're
past all of this win shit.
Don't put me in Marcel's category. I'm not hoping right now. Don't put me in his category.
Last point, Traps. Talking about scumbag wins and that. But do you think I want to go and see a scumbag win?
Yeah.
If we deserve to lose,
stinky, man.
We deserve to lose every week. Lose so there's no argument for them to stand on and say, oh, well, we got the 3 points. Oh, job done. Forget that.
Paper in the cracks, isn't it?
These men need to pay for their sins.
Yeah. Traps, I'm with you. I hope we beat Brentford. And Marcel's happy and the fan base are happy and there's a little bit of uplift and people actually come at me and stuff. I can't wait. I actually can't wait.
Pause.
And
That
then
was a
the
pause,
Jose
pause,
Mourinho
pause. That was a
fucking
crazy
dagger,
pause.
yeah. Oh, that's gonna be soothing, mate. That Jose Mourinho dagger.
for that,
Then the
right for
next one, I hope we win that one. After Jose Mourinho, I hope we win the next game. Then I hope there's another dagger after that as well. I can't wait till your feelings are being toyed with, Marcel, like he's toyed with
You don't
me.
need to hope for anything
Yo,
because it will
pause.
take care of itself.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's it. It'll take care of itself.
If
Yeah.
Brentford maintain their form, they'll take care
Yep.
of the job. You don't have
Yep.
to hope for nothing. It will take care of itself.
Yeah.
And by the way, Faz, I'll be happy when the next manager comes in, and I'll be backing him.
No,
to the
you
end.
won't.
That's just
No,
how
you
I am.
won't.
No, it
No,
is.
you
won't.
Bro,
Get out of here.
bro,
Listen.
Danny, you don't. No, hold on. You
you
might know
won't.
Look at this
nothing. You might know
guy.
nothing if you
No, you
don't
won't.
think I would be happy.
No,
Saeed,
you
what are you
won't.
talking about? I was the
Look
first
at
man
this
to be
guy.
serving last season. So I'm happy to switch manager. That's not an issue. I support
Hey, you have to do anything, bro. You got no loyalty,
I
don't you, bro?
support
Okay,
You-
wait, Saeed,
as a
Saeed,
player,
I don't
as a
understand
manager,
this, yeah?
as a fan.
Faz, I'm with you. This guy's moving like a prostitute. You're right. No
I
loyalty.
said, fucking you see?
No loyalty.
My
No
loyalty.
loyalty.
Let's get
My
this.
loyalty.
This
No
podcast
way.
been crazy.
This
You're
guy's
done, man.
Because I'm not getting to Liverpool team.
My
If
or
Ten
loyalty
Hag
Arsenal
gets
team.
fired, Marcel, you're supposed to be upset because you loved him. You're
Yeah.
supposed to be upset, bro. You're supposed to be sorted
Yeah.
to the next manager.
But
for at least
listen,
3 months.
don't get, hey, Danny, don't get
Danny,
twisted.
I'm
This
free
man
to be
loves Ten
Danny.
Hag, fam.
You can't
He
tell me how I'm
loves him,
supposed to
fam.
be.
He
If
loves
you lot are
him.
saying that's
Yeah,
possible,
we can tell you how he's supposed to be.
I was
Marcel,
saying,
Marcel,
I was
Marcel,
saying, I was
Marcel,
saying,
hate
We have
the
to
new
tell you.
manager. You
I
should
was
hate
saying
the
the
new
tenor
manager
at one
for
point.
at least 3 months. For the first
You must
3 months,
guide
you
it to the
hate the new
straight path.
manager. And then after
Pardon,
that, you can
Saeed?
get on board.
We need to be like the imams. You know the imams, they have to tell me, yo, you have to follow the straight path. They tell you. It's not a case of, yo, we advise you. No, you must follow
We're
the
good
straight
friends,
path.
Marcel. We're good friends. We don't need to go out
Yeah,
wrong,
man.
man.
We're not gonna like,
Hey, the
you
man-
can do this. Nah. But anyway,
I don't know.
LJ says the culture has been deteriorating for over a decade. I knew when I started falling asleep watching LVG ball, this club was heading to the dump. With everyone doubting we beat Brentford, what if we win? Any credit to Ten Hag, these players? Do we just describe we win? Listen, LJ, I
Yes.
can't lie to you, man.
Yes,
The credit
Yes,
is
we
crazy
do.
at this minute.
yes, we
To
do.
win at
We
home
disregard
against
it.
Brentford
Yes,
is
we do.
crazy.
Yes, we
credit.
do. Yes, we do. We disregard it.
Yeah, there you go. What is a Ten Hag player? Nobody actually knows.
That's a great point. This is a fantastic point because my
Yeah.
man just buys all his own village men, bro.
Yeah. Danny's Rashford text makes Marcel look like a genius. We shit on Rashford because his game's in the toilet. Danny, you can affect anything without the ball. Rashford's worse. He gives the ball to the opposition. I can't believe this. Ain't no way Rashford rates Rashford like this. Call the police. Xerxes is a baller. Just signed him with the wrong profiles around him. If he was playing just off of Watkins or Wilson, he's cooking. Marcel, you let me down. I had hope for you. Marcel, you in the twilight zone. Did you? That's crazy, man. Big up to Broadby and Butt. Big up to Nate as well. But if you are a manager looking at a job, you have to have the autonomy to get rid of players like Rashford and Bruno. Is they think they don't fit the plan. And Marcel's a human version of clickbait, says Danny as well. Listen, what a show, man. I need to wrap up. You know what I'm saying to you, man? It's been a crazy show. Like I said, this show's crazy, man. I can't believe this, man. Marcel, man. This could have been a nice, calm show, but you just decided to be, listen, it is what it is, man. But guys, how many likes are we currently on? We're on 3.2K in the building still. We're on right now 1.4K. Let's get to 1.5K. Maybe we should be getting more, but you lot are soft, man. So hit the like button right now, people. Rants, what you got coming up, man? You're live in it at 8 o'clock, so make sure you let them know what's coming up, bro.
Yeah, just talk some boxing, man. At 8.
Yeah.
So yeah, man's gonna be back, man. But yeah, big up everyone.
Come
Had a
on,
week off, and yeah, bruv, it's
Back
time
to
to
it.
get back to it, man.
Back
Rance,
to
what
it,
are you doing? You're breaking down the facts from the weekend.
Yeah. So
There
yeah,
you
it
go, man.
should be fun, man. It was a good card, man.
Yeah.
A lot of shit happened. You know what I
Crazy
mean?
fight.
So it is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, there you go. Check that out. Danny, pleasure as always, bro. Love for coming on.
No, I appreciate it. I forgot the show was happening, you know. So when you messaged me, I was just like, right, the show's on. So yeah, no, big up to everyone. Man. Big up to everyone.
There you go, man. Faz, you're live straight after this, people. We're gonna redirect to you. Faz, what you got coming up? Let them know.
I'm gonna talk about the Sir Alex thing because I'm not happy. As you guys know, I'm very upset. I woke up, saw the news. Rance told me to go back to sleep because I was tired, but I was listen, I'm not happy. It's anything to do with Sir Alex. I don't like it. Simple. I get worked up. So I'm going to talk about that. Game on Saturday. So back to usual schedule. Live from Old Trafford, pre and post match. And yeah, that's it. And a couple other streams and videos and stuff like that. That's it. But I put a recent video out saying I actually want Erik Ten Hag to stay because I want the pain to seep in real deep. And I want these fans to get exorcism, to get exercised, and the demons within them to be forced out. That's the only way. So yeah, big up Marcel, man. I'm with you, bro. I hope we beat Brentford. I'll be here celebrating.
There you go, people. Rhino, big up to you, love as always, man.
Yeah, no, big up the Mandem, man. Today I just sat back and relaxed, man. This is hilarious, but Marcel, my friend, man. We'll talk anyway, man. But you lot smashed the lights. Big up the Mandem as always, and yeah, man. Saturday, here we go again, innit, man?
Yeah.
What time's kickoff? 3
o'clock.
3 o'clock.
Yeah, this has been a solid show, blood.
Yeah. Big up,
very,
man.
very, very solid show. Shout out Danny as well. This is the first stream we've been on together. So shout him out. That's what I'm saying. You can disagree with someone and
respectful
and respectfully just articulate your opinions, brother. It doesn't have to be bullshit. You know, like that. It doesn't have to be
all that
bullshit.
man we're bringing today for me, but okay.
You don't know this, right? But this is
Hey, 1 second.
And by the way, Alex had to go, guys. Alex had to go.
What?
Saeed brought me a specific.
Oh no, let's not open that kind of words right now.
I swear to God.
I've got you.
I've got a contract. I've got a contract.
Catch you, Marcel. Yeah.
Marcel, man. Let me hear, man.
Hey, Saeed rumbled, bruv. Hey,
rumbled, man. Let me hear the man speak, man, Marcel, please, brother.
In my contract.
Yo, go on, daddy.
No, it's in my contracts. I've got bonuses. I've got targets. I have to argue with Rags 3 times a stream. Otherwise, I'm not coming back, basically.
Yeah, that's it. That's your bonuses. That's your bonus. You get me?
Man.
Go on, Marcel. Sorry. Now, Marcel, you can go on. Go ahead.
I'll pick up everyone. Obviously, Prem is back next week, so excited. And I'm ready to do shows and that and chat about the club. Obviously, if Ten Hag goes, he goes. If he stays, he stays. I'm going to obviously like to hope for him to continue to do well. As if Alex, put it this way. If Alex stayed, then they wouldn't have money to get rid of him. Now that they've to get rid of Ten Hag, now that they've flipping got rid of Alex, they've got the money now. They've got the money there to get rid of him.
Unwell. You are sick.
What would you want? Sir Alex to stay and they can't afford to sack Ten Hag? Or would you
I want to roll you up,
into
a ball and bounce you, bro.
You know what? Well, I am done. Bye-bye.